On air, online, on podcast and on iTunes, you're listening to the ultimate Eurovision experience. Radio International with JP. Around the world, this is Eurovision Radio International.
Radio International. Live from the heart of the Eurovision Song Contest, it's Radio International with JP.
Love, shine a light in every corner of my heart. Let the love light carry, let the love light carry.
Light of the magic in every little part.
Let our love shine a light in every corner of our heart.
Love, shine a light in every corner of my dream. Let the love light carry, let the love light carry.
Like the mighty river flowing from the stream.
Let our love shine a light in every corner of my dream. And we're all gonna shine a light together.
Oh, shine a light away.
Brothers and sisters in every little part.
Let our love shine a light in every corner of our heart.
Shine a light in every corner of my heart.
Let the love light carry.
Let the love light carry.
Light of the magic in every little part. Let our love
Shine a light in every corner of our heart. Love, shine a light in every corner of the world.
let the love light carry. Let the love light carry.
Light up the magic for every boy and girl.
Let our love shine a light in every corner of the world.
And we're all gonna shine a light together.
Oh, shine a light to light the way.
Brothers and sisters in every little part. Let our love shine a light in every corner of our heart.
Love shine a light in every corner of my heart.
Let the love light carry. Let the love light carry. Light up the magic in every little part.
Let our love shine a light in every corner of our hearts.
And we all gonna shine a light together. Oh, shine a light the way. Brothers and sisters,
Every little part.
let our love shine a light in every corner of our heart. And we're all gonna shine a light together. Oh, shine a light tonight.
Brothers and sisters in every little part. Let our love
Shine a light in every corner of our heart.
and we're all gonna shine a light together.
Brothers and sisters in every little part. Let our love shine a light in every corner of our heart. Let our love shine a light
In every corner of our heart.
You're listening to Radio International with JP.
Hi, this is Laurits and Jesper from Fyr og Flamme. This is our song, øverst på Elene from the Eurovision Song Contest. Enjoy! Hi, this is
Rafał from Poland. You're listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song, The Ride.
So baby, hold on for the ride of your life. High above ground, living now.
Hi, this is Destiny from Malta. You are listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song, Je m'accuse.
Excuse my French.
Is about to hit this city. What are we gonna do now? Radio International.
Oh joy!
Who had just made it?
Greeting, Earthlings.
Hello, hello, hello. From the traffic jam from Rotterdam to the studios of Radio International. With the traffic jam. Well, welcome along to the weekly edition of Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience, this week and next week. Rather special, as we're reporting with interviews from Rotterdam. You already heard on Castle Point FM the rehearsal coverage from my colleagues. And my colleague Eric and Andrea and me, we've been teaming up together to interview the artists at the press center in Rotterdam. Some of them actually are also the Eurovision 2021 stars. Not all of them, but the big deal did get the gig to come back and represent their country at the 2021 edition from the Ahoy in Rotterdam, where on Tuesday, the 18th of May, will be semi-final 1. Thursday, the 20th of May, semi-final 2, and the top 10 of both will then meet the Big Five, which is France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the UK, as well as the host country, in the grand final on Saturday, the 22nd of May, to find out which is the winning song for 2021. And also then we know hopefully where Eurovision 2022 will be staged. Could it be Malta? Or could it be in Switzerland? Could it be in Israel? Could it be in Cyprus? Could it be in Ireland? Could it be in Ukraine? Slovenia, perhaps? Well, these are the countries we got on our show today. Interviews with Destiny from Malta, Gjon from Switzerland, Alene from Israel, Elena Tsagrinou from Cyprus, Lesley Roy from Ireland, Gjon from Ukraine, and Ana Soklic from Slovenia, all were there to chat with us today. But of course there's lots more, and we're going to be doing the second part next week. And perhaps on Sunday on the Eurovision lockdown. I have to see how much material we have, and we're going to be maybe doing also a lockdown show as a Eurovision Radio International special on the weekend. But more to that, watch the website at www.radiointernational.tv. We also have David Mann coming up with the Eurovision Birthday File and the Eurovision Cover Spot. Chris Poppe is on for the Eurovision Spotlight, the Eurovision 2021 in regions, the Eastern Central Europe, and we got the Eurovision News with Nathan Waddell. And lots and lots of music, but now I'm going to kick off with the recap of semi-final 2 of the Eurovision Song Contest 2021.
The Eurovision Song Contest 2021 on Radio International with JP.
Song number 1.
Representing San Marino,
Senate and Adrenaline.
Song number 2.
representing Estonia,
Uko Suviste and The Lucky One.
Song number 3.
Representing the Czech Republic.
Benny Crystal and Omega.
Song number 4.
Representing Greece.
Stefania and Last Dance.
Song number 5.
Representing Austria.
Vincent Bueno and Amon.
Tell me, is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Amen. Amen. Tell me, is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted?
Song number 6.
Representing Poland.
Rafa and The Rise.
So waiting open for the ride of your life. Hold on real tight, make it alive. I'm gonna take, gonna want tonight. Not gonna ask, gonna take what's mine. So hold on tight, baby, let's get high above the ground.
Song number 7.
Representing Moldova.
Natalia Gordienko and Sugar.
Come over, come over. I'm overdoing without you. Come over, come over. Hey lover, give me some sugar.
Song number 8.
Representing Iceland.
Daddy Ark Gakna Magnet and 10 Years.
How does it keep getting better? As every day I'll find some new way to go. The time we spend together simply feels good. We got a good thing going.
Song number 9.
Representing Serbia.
Hurricane and Loco Loco.
Booty loco loco. A ty se sam, i ja sam, ta pića long. Se kochajmy, booty loco loco. A ja taka sam i fina. A ty se sam, i ja sam, ta pića long. Hajde, booty loco loco.
Song number 10.
Representing Georgia.
Tonike Kipiani and You.
I wanna be with you.
Song number 11.
Representing Albania.
Angela Peristeri and Karma.
Song number 12.
Representing Portugal.
The Black Mamba and Love Is On My Side.
Love is on my side. Love is on my side. In my side. Oh, maybe not tonight.
Song number 13.
Representing Bulgaria.
Victoria and Growing Up is Getting Old.
Song number 14.
Representing Finland.
Blind Channel and The Dark Side.
Put your middle fingers out, take a shot, turn me up and don't stop. Maybe down life on the dark side. Like a 27 club pin shot, we don't wanna grow up. Living down life on the dark side. Life on the dark side.
Song number 15.
Representing Latvia.
Samantha Tina, The Moon is Rising.
Song number 16.
Representing Switzerland.
Gjon Steers and To l'Univers.
Song number 17.
Representing Denmark.
Fyr and Flamme and Övi Ospa Hinanden.
The Eurovision Song Contest 2021 on Radio International with JP.
Wow, there you go. That's the semi-final 2 lineup, which is going to be happening on the 20th of May next week at the Eurovision Song Contest, live from the Ahoy in Rotterdam. We are actually only 55 kilometers away from the arena, and I was struggling with some rush hour traffic to get into the studio, but we made it actually. Now let's go and have our first interview for today. A few we're going to have, and we met the lady just a couple of days ago, and this is Elena Tsagrinou from Cyprus.
Live from the heart of the Eurovision Song Contest, it's Radio International with JP.
Hi Elena, welcome to the Eurovision Song Contest here in Rotterdam. Thank you very much for giving us some time. You're representing Cyprus this year at Eurovision Song Contest. What does it mean to you to be their representative?
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm very proud that I'm here. It's my first time in this place, in this position, and it's an honor for me to represent Cyprus in the Eurovision Song Contest.
Did you have to go through any kind of internal selection, or were you chosen directly by CYBC?
I chosen directly from my manager, CEO of Panic Records. He take the song El Diablo from me, and I immediately say yes.
So what does El Diablo mean to you personally?
As you can see in my performance, in the first rehearsal, you can see that I have, I'm very angry about a guy that destroyed me. So I keep the feeling, but in the end, I take off of this bad relationship with this guy. Yeah, that's it.
And it's a great thing that the national broadcaster is supporting you and that a lot of people of Cyprus are bringing you this support. What does that mean to you? Because there was this controversy about the song, and we think it's a fantastic thing that your national broadcaster is actually willing to go to Eurovision with this song.
Actually, I'm very proud because I feel that El Diablo has a powerful meaning about the relationship with the people and about the relationship with the bad guy. And so I don't have any problem, because in the end Eurovision Song Contest it's a fun place. It's a place that we're all gonna be together and unique. Yes. And it's a really unique place. Really unique. I love it.
What we like about you is that you are a very positive person, just like the representatives of Cyprus of a couple of years ago. Have you actually had the chance to speak to Elene or Tanta?
Yes, of course. I talked to both of them. They're great. We're so close, and I keep the good energy of them.
Well, we wish you all the very best of luck to you, Cyprus, and to you. Thank you very much for your time, and all the best of luck on the semi-final. I hope that Cyprus go through the final.
Thank you so much. Hello guys, this is Elena Tsagrinou from Cyprus. You are listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song El Diablo. Enjoy.
Representing Cyprus.
Give my heart to El Diablo, El Diablo. I gave it up because he tells me I'm his angel, I'm his angel. Tonight we're gonna burn in a party. We wire this fire, that's how we lose. Hard on the side, shot in the bodies. To tackle the Mali, yeah, that's my move. All this spicy melts my icy edges, baby, it's true. Tonight we're gonna burn in a party. It's heaven and hell with you. Mama, mama, see, tell me what to do. Lola, 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 I'm breaking the rules. I feel love, I give my heart to El Diablo, El Diablo. I give it up because he tells me I'm his angel, I'm his angel. Flip, made you look twice. Touch me, mi amor. All this spicy melts my icy edges, baby, for sure. Tonight we're gonna dance in the moonlight, and then we're gonna do it some more. Mama, mama, see, tell me what to do. Lola, 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 I'm breaking the rules. I feel love, I give my heart to El Diablo, El Diablo. Because he tells me I'm his angel, I'm his angel. El Diablo, El Diablo. I feel love, I gave my heart to El Diablo, El Diablo.
Elena Tsagrinou from Cyprus, El Diablo, the devil. It'll be in semi-final 1, song number 8 on Tuesday at the Eurovision Song Contest from the Ahoy in Rotterdam.
Speaking to the stars of Eurovision on Radio International with JP.
And one hunts the next one. We're heading off to the south of where I am sitting in the Netherlands right now. It's Slovenia, and we had the pleasure to actually meet Slovenia's representative. David chatted with Ana Soklic, who is coming up next.
Well, now here on Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience, we're very pleased to welcome to the programme Ana Soklic, who's representing Slovenia at the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 with the song Amen. Ana will be competing in semi-final 1, and she's song number 2. And thanks very much indeed to RTV Slovenia, who have arranged this interview with Ana today. Ana, welcome to the programme. Your song is called Amen. Is there a particular message that you want to share with the audience for your song?
Well, I kind of always prefer others to, make their own kind of a vision of a song, so just leave it that way.
Okay, so leaving it up to the viewers to decide then. Now, this year it doesn't happen actually very often in Eurovision, but we've got 2 countries with a song with the same title, because Austria's song is also called Amen. Is that a worry for you that perhaps the voting public might get confused?
No, actually not. I believe it can be found a lot of goodness that also Austria has the song with the same title, extraordinary song, extraordinary artist. So, no, I believe it's quite nice.
So, for your song Amen, how did the idea come up?
No, my mind is here and there and everywhere. How actually the song came up? Well, it was an interesting period of time. A lot of nice vibes all around, and a bit of a less nice vibes as well. Such as always, it's just this is life itself.
Now, you've already rehearsed in the arena, of course, but only the accredited press get to see the rehearsals in full. So, what can you tell us about your staging?
On a stage, I'm going to be alone, but in the back, there's going to be Karin helping me a bit with her vocal as well. What else? Tough to say. I don't know. Just keep it a secret.
Now, Ana, you will have shared, along with the other artists and, of course, the fans, in the disappointment when last year's contest was cancelled due to the corona pandemic. So what was your reaction when you found out that RTV Slovenia wanted you to carry over your participation to the 2021 contest instead?
I felt honored, of course, just because I gained the trust of my national broadcaster television. And I'm very happy for that.
Well, yes, indeed. Certainly good to know that you've got their support behind you. Now, Slovenia has been part of the Eurovision Song Contest since 1993, with the best results achieved, I think, was number 7 for Darius Vajga in 1995 and Nusa Dorenda in 2001. But is there a particular reason you think that the Eurovision trophy hasn't yet arrived in Slovenia?
That's an interesting question. Perhaps in a way because, let's just put it that way, we are a small country, and what's considering the Eurovision and the whole vibe and everything, who is the winner at the end, it's also kind of it is the song, but that counts the most, but there's also a lot of other stuff involved.
We mentioned Darius Vajga as being one of the earliest Slovenian Eurovision entrants back in 1995, and you've met up, I know. So what advice did Daria give you for your own Eurovision journey?
Oh, yeah, Daria is such a mystery woman, I'd say. I mean, I visited her like 2 months ago. She's such a soul. What she said to me is just trust. It's kind of a best advice, I would say, to give it to a person, because it's true. You cannot expect everything is going to be just the way you would like it to be.
Uh-huh.
Everything that will eventually happen is you never know. So you just truly must, let it go and have a lot of trust into the people involved in the whole project.
What would you say is your goal for your Eurovision participation?
My goal for Eurovision is to stay down to earth. That's first, and to just do it the best I can. That's what I hope for. Just to see the performance after and be proud of the whole team, because it's not just me, it's the whole team behind, and just to stay well, stay healthy, and stress, I know there's going to be stress, but there's going to be some nice energy too.
Well, we all wish you lots of positive energy and hope there's no stress. Let's turn away from Eurovision for just a moment, shall we? And let's look back. Your earliest musical memories, what are they? And did you have any particular music idols when you were young and growing up?
Well, it's not a secret. I grew up with a three-leaf clover, Mariah, Celine, and Whitney. But I would say my first idol was my grandmother, because she taught me how to sing harmonies, and she was that first woman who said, yeah, what you're doing is right.
So all this is thanks to your grandmother then, Anna. What does the future hold for you? What would you like to take away from Eurovision 2021?
I would hope for a lot of new stuff, excitement, knowledge I would like to achieve. Many of that kind of stuff, yeah.
Well, we're coming to the end of our interview here on Radio International, and thank you very much indeed, Anna, for taking the time out of what I know is an extremely hectic schedule over in Rotterdam to talk to us here on the programme today. We wish you all the very best of luck with your song. That's Amen, Ana Soklic for Slovenia, song number 2 in semi-final and number 1. And perhaps, Anna, you've just got a little message for our listeners just before we go.
Stay where you are. Do not move either if you don't feel like it. Stay healthy and well, and do the things you love. That's the most important.
Hi, this is Ana Soklic from Slovenia. You are listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song, Amen. Enjoy.
Representing Slovenia.
Hey child, why you hiding from the light? Why you cowering in fright? Don't tell yourself the heavens cast you out, and you're falling from grace. You'll get beaten and bruised, you'll be scarred into your core, but it's gonna make you who you are. When you learn to heal, when you learn to rise again, you can tell the sun amen. Hallelujah, we're glorious. Hallelujah, the day is dawning, the storm's relentless, but everybody knows we're born to the fight. Hey child, the fear will never go away. Might as well accept it now. Learn to persevere. Oh, learn to count your blessings down. Create a future with amen. Until the thunders has no rest, are we at peace? Just imagine it. Not
Hey child, why you hiding from the light?
Ana Soklic and Amen from Slovenia will be in semi-final 1, song number 2. Big thanks to David Mann. Fantastic job with this interview there from Ana in now in the press center in Rotterdam. Now,
live from the heart of the Eurovision Song Contest, it's Radio International with JP.
And now,
representing Malta.
Hi Destiny.
Hi.
This year you are representing Malta at the Eurovision Song Contest. Welcome to Rotterdam. What does it mean to you? You're very young. What does it mean to you to be representing Malta at Eurovision?
I feel honored to be representing my country. I feel honored because my country trusted me, and I'm very, very, very happy with that, and all I want to do is make them proud, obviously.
So who's behind the entry? You had a great entry last year already. There was a Bulgarian cooperation. And who's behind the act this year?
I have, obviously, my team, obviously. But obviously I have a lot of composers and daughters. They're Swedish. I'm very happy to have been working with them. I think Je me casse is an amazing song. And it was a big move, but it's worth it.
So Je me casse, what is the message behind the song?
The message of the song, it's all about female empowerment. It's all about us women being independent and beautiful, and we can all be successful if we work hard. And we should all feel comfortable in our skin, and we should all believe in ourselves.
Do you speak
women?
The title of the song is a French title.
Yeah.
Do you speak any French?
I'm still learning. I do not. I can't say like Je m'appelle Destiny, and I can say.
Excuse my French.
Excuse my French. I'm still learning.
Ira Losko was your mentor
Yeah.
at X Factor. What advice has she given you about her previous participations?
So, Ira Losko is our legend, our Maltese legend. She's such an amazing artist. Everyone knows it. All Eurovision fans, all Maltese fans, she's international, so people around the world know that. Her advice was to always keep my feet to the ground and stay humble and to enjoy my time whilst I'm here in Rotterdam.
Is it true that Taali is already getting ready for next year? I heard they were building a stage or a new arena. Is that true?
Pause, please.
Good reaction, honestly.
I know one person you will probably make angry. It's Chiara, because she was so hoping to win. I don't know if you're good friends with her.
Chiara, yes, I know Chiara, and I think she's brilliant. I miss her. I hope she gets back to singing and performing. But yes, she's lovely.
You won the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. Now you are at the Eurovision Song Contest. What can top this for you? Twice at Eurovision and one victory already. So what is the next step for you?
Basically, so being here is already incredible. So I should just enjoy my time here, and whatever the outcome is, I'm still going to be happy.
The outcome could be the victory, you know that. You're leading the betting odds, and how do you control your nerves, the pressure you have onto you at the moment?
So my nerves, I already stated that my team helps a lot because they motivate me and they keep me focused. So hats off to my team who keep me composed and relaxed and make me feel comfortable. And they have my back as well.
The team on stage, can you introduce who they are? And the backing vocalists, maybe they should also get a mention.
So the backing vocalist is myself, but my dancers, I have incredible dancers. They're beautiful and amazing. I have Jennifer, Pauline, I have Elena, and I have Kim.
Fantastic. How do the next days look like for you? I know you're rehearsing, but then what's the program for you here in Rotterdam?
So basically, because of all the restrictions, we have a policy that we should stay in our hotel rooms as much as possible. So I'll be in my room, maybe practicing with my dancers, singing, creating content like TikToks. And obviously when I'm not in my hotel, I'm here. So you can find me whenever you want.
Fabulous. Destiny, all the best of luck.
Thank you.
Bring the Eurovision Song Contest to Malta.
Thank you. Hi, this is Destiny from Malta, and you are listening to Radio International with JP. And this is my song, Je me casse.
Representing Malta.
Babe, are you hurting? Are you alright? You look like an angel.
that fell from the sky. And boy, you keep talking, massaging my ego with your unoriginal pickup line.
Hell no, what you gonna do?
Hell no, I am not your honey. Hell no, I don't want your money. Got it wrong, I ain't into dummies. Nah, So baby, it's not a maybe. Yeah, I'm too good to be true. There's nothing in it for you. So if I show some skin, doesn't mean I'm giving in. Not your baby.
Je me casse.
If you don't get it,
je me casse.
Boy, why you putting that drink in my hand? Think if I'm drunk, then I give you a chance. Boy, you keep buying and complying, so stop trying. Not gonna give it up, ain't changing my plans. Hell no, I am not your honey. Hell no, I don't want your money. Got it wrong, I ain't into dummies. Nah, So baby, it's not a maybe. Yeah, I'm too good to be true, but there's nothing in it for you. So if I show some skin, doesn't mean I'm giving in. Not your baby.
Je me casse.
If you don't get it, if you don't. Ladies, if you feel like haunted tonight, it's alright. It's alright. Ladies, listen and go right ahead, show your shining.
Je me casse.
Excuse my French. Baby, it's not a maybe. Yeah, I'm too good to be true, but there's nothing in it for you. So if I show some skin, doesn't mean I'm giving in. Not your baby.
Je me casse.
Destiny for Sunny Malta in semi-final 1. Song number 16 closing out the first semi-final. Je me casse. Wow, I know there was been a lot of talk about her rehearsal performance, and let's really hope there will be some changes on the stage in the second rehearsal, which we're going to be seeing in a couple of days' time. But now it is time to do our regular bit as well. So David Mann in Studio 3 is coming up next with the Eurovision Birthday File. Next, right here on Radio International.
Radio International.
Oh, I love it.
Europe's number one.
Yeah.
And more interviews, of course, to come in the next hour. It will be Alene and Go A.
It's Eurovision birthday time now, and our list of artists who've been celebrating over the past week includes a number who've not just been lead artists, but also had other roles at the contest. And we've got 3 former winners who are celebrating this week too. Daphne Dekel heads our list. She represented Israel in 1992 and then co-hosted the contest in 1999. Israel's Omar Datz, one half of husband and wife team duo Datz from 1991, has had a birthday this week too. And it's also time to send greetings to Ivan Mikvilic, Bosnia and Herzegovina's representative in Riga in 2003, to Switzerland's Gabriel Broghini from Sinplus, who sang for their country in 2012 and have recently released new music, to Timo Kojo, or just Kojo, from Finland 1982, to Nathalie Pack, Belgium's representative at the 1989 contest, to Lydia Kopania, who sang for Poland in 2009, to Eleftheria Eleftheriou, Greek representative in 2012, to Maria Elisa Silva, or just Elisa, winner of Portugal's 2020 Festival de Canção, who had been due to represent her country at the cancelled 2020 contest, and to Eden Alene from Israel, also initially chosen for 2020 and then given a new selection of songs for the 2021 contest, and now of course appearing on stage in Rotterdam. It's been a birthday this week for Ana Soklic. She sang for Estonia at the 2002 contest, performed as a backing vocalist 4 times for Sweden 1999, Malta 2000, Australia 2016 and UK 2019, as well as being Estonia's Eurovision spokesperson in 2008. Yuri Nowitzki has been celebrating his birthday too. You'll know him better as Belarus's Uzari, one half of Uzari and Maimuna from 2015, who's also written for the adult and the junior contest. And it's greetings as well for Sweden's 2-time Eurovision entrant in 1982 as a member of Chips, and then again in 1985, and with multiple Melodifestivalen entries too, Kiki Danielsson. 2 of our 2020 host countries' junior Eurovision representatives have birthdays this week. Femke Mainz, who performed on home turf at the 2012 Junior Eurovision contest in Amsterdam and went on to both sing and act as a cast member in Dutch-language Disney productions, and Matthew Hinzen, who represented the Netherlands at the junior contest in Gliwice in 2019 and will be on the bill of the Netherlands Junior Song Festival concert at this year's virtual Eurovision Village in Rotterdam, as well as hosting and reporting from the Ahoy Arena for the Dutch children's television channel NPO Zap. And finally, it's birthday greetings to our 3 Eurovision winners. Marie Miriam, who took the trophy for France in 1977 and who we'll hear from in a minute or two. Emilia Kukic, lead singer with Yugoslavia's victorious group Riva in 1989. And to the man who performed alongside Charlie McGettigan to bring Ireland one of its record number of 7 contest wins in 1994, Paul Harrington. So let's go back to those rock and roll kids and say happy birthday this week to Paul Harrington.
I remember 62. I was 16 and so were you, and we lived next door on the avenue. Jerry Lee was big and Elvis too. Blue jeans and blue suede shoes, and we never knew what life held in store. We just wanted to rock and roll forevermore. We were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did, and listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore. Now Johnny's in love with the girl next door, and Mary's down at the record store. They don't want to be around us no more. Golden oldies, but we hardly speak. Too busy running to a different beat. Hard to understand. We were once like that. How I wish we could find those rock and roll days again. We were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did, and listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll. We just never seem to rock and roll anymore.
Hello, this is Marie Myriam from France. You're listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song L'Oiseau et l'Enfant. Enjoy!
Comme un enfant aux yeux de lumière qui voit passer au loin les oiseaux, comme l'oiseau bleu survolant la terre, voit comme le monde est beau. Beau le bateau dansant sur les vagues, ivre de vie, d'amour et de vent. Belle la chanson naissante des vagues, abandonnée au sable blanc. Blanc l'innocent, le sang du poète, qui en chantant invente l'amour, pour que la vie s'habille de fête, et que la nuit se change en jour. Jour d'une vie où l'aube se lève pour réveiller la ville aux yeux lourds, où les matins effeuillent les rêves pour nous donner un monde d'amour. L'amour c'est toi, l'amour c'est moi, l'oiseau c'est toi, l'enfant c'est moi. Moi je ne suis qu'une fille de l'ombre qui voit briller l'étoile du soir. Toi mon étoile qui tisse ma ronde, viens allumer mon soleil noir. Noir la misère, les hommes et la guerre, qui croient tenir les règnes du temps. Pays d'amour n'a pas de frontières pour ceux qui ont un cœur d'enfant. Comme un enfant aux yeux de lumière, qui voit passer au loin les oiseaux. Comme l'oiseau bleu survolant la terre, nous trouverons ce monde d'amour. L'amour c'est toi, l'amour c'est moi, l'oiseau c'est toi, l'enfant c'est moi, l'oiseau c'est toi, l'enfant c'est moi, l'oiseau c'est toi, l'enfant c'est
Wow, what a busy first hour that's over. Thank you very much, David, for the cover spot. I beg your pardon, for the birthday file. The cover spot is still to come in the next hour. Happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating this week, as well as not only Eurovision artists, anybody really that's celebrating. Have a happy one. Mine is next week. On semi-final 2. It's my birthday present there. Righty, coming up, still it's Aid and Alene from Israel chatting with us, as well as Ukraine's Go A. They're coming up in the next hour. Then Nathan is with us for the Eurovision news in the third hour, as well as Poppe with the Eurovision Spotlight. And we're going to be taking a look at Eastern Central Eurovision 2021 land. And in our fourth hour, an extended interview with Gjon Steers. Tipped to be also the winner. Could be a winner of the Eurovision Song Contest for Switzerland. He'll be chatting with us as well. We're going to do the recap of semi-final 1 as well as the grand final, so you're fully up to date with all the nice 39 Eurovision tunes. And next week we'll have more great interviews to come. But now let's take a little break on top of the hour, and we'll be back with more musical goodness.
Live from the heart of the Eurovision Song Contest, it's Radio International with JP.
Yes, indeed, live and direct from Rotterdam. JP and the team. A big thanks to Eric and Andre co-interviewing the artists of 2021 with me as well. To David and to Gjon, who also has been doing lots of work behind the scenes too, and as well interviewing the artists for 2021. We're going to have more, of course, coming up in this hour. It's going to be Alene from Israel. What a fantastic character she is. And a great performance on stage. You're going to enjoy that one watching it. But if you missed the last hour, we had interviews from Slovenia's Ana Soklic, Malta's Destiny, as well as Elena Tsagrinou from Cyprus. And more to come. It's going to be this hour Eden, as well as Ukraine's Go A. And then in the next hour from Ireland, Lesley Roy. And in the fourth hour, we got Gjon's Tears. It is the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 special.
The Eurovision Song Contest 2021 on Radio International with JP.
Let's have the recap for the first semi-final, the final time you're going to hear it.
Song number 1.
Representing Lithuania.
The Roop and Discotheque.
Discotheque right at my home. It is okay to dance alone, dance alone, dance alone, dance alone, dance alone. I got the moves, it's gonna be.
Song number 2.
Representing Slovenia.
Ana Soklic and Amon.
Song number 3.
Representing Russia.
Maniza, Russian Woman.
Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Все по кругу борются, да не молятся. Свет без отца, дождь без отца. Но словно ты пепели, не сломать меня.
Song number 4.
Representing Sweden.
Tusse and Voices.
Can you hear a million voices calling out in the rain? You know we've got a million choices, so go get out, let it rain.
Song number 5.
Representing Australia.
Montaigne, Technicolor.
Song number 6.
Representing Macedonia.
Basile and Here I Stand.
Is this how we found our
Song number 7.
Representing Ireland.
Lesley Roy and Maps.
Song number 8.
Representing Cyprus.
Elena Tsagrinou and El Diablo.
Song number 9.
Representing Norway.
Tix and Fallen Angel.
Song number 10.
Representing Croatia.
Albina and TikTok.
Время curi, gdje si više usne, grizem sama, jedva dišem, TikTok, vrijeme juri, ne mogu više. Oh no, oh no. TikTok, I'll take you dancing, in time we my parade, you think you fancy.
Song number 11.
Representing Belgium.
Hooverphonic and The Wrong Place.
I see a smiling face that makes me wanna cry. What was I thinking? 'Cause all we did was fight. Don't you ever dare to wear my Johnny Cash t-shirt.
Wrong place. You're in the wrong place.
Song number 12.
Representing Israel.
Eden Alene and Set Me Free.
My beating heart and set me free. Set me free. Set me
Song number 13.
Representing Romania.
Roxanne and Amnesia.
Not alone, self-love, amnesia. I lost myself trying to have it all. This world feels in a rush, and they say they know it all. Oh, I lost myself trying to have it all. Self-love, amnesia. So worry if it got you, 'cause you're not alone, not alone.
Song number 14.
Representing Azerbaijan.
Effendi and Matahari.
Song number 15.
Representing Ukraine.
Go A. Шум.
Весняночка, весняночка, де ти зимувала? Я садочко на клиночку, сорочечку пряла. Пояля сіною з лісі, слова воду дує. Заспіває співаночку, нехай вона чує. Заплетися, шуми барвіночком. Я тобі співаю весняночку. Сію, 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 конопилич.
Song number 16.
Representing Malta.
Destiny and Je me casse.
Yeah, I'm too good to be true, but there's nothing in it for you. So if I show some skin, doesn't mean I'm giving in. Not your baby. Je me casse. Je me casse. I'm not your baby. Excuse my French.
The the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 on Radio International with JP.
Wow, there you go. That's the you're fully up to date now with the two semi-finals. We got the final, grand final top, or the big five, and the host country coming up of the Eurovision Song Contest a bit later on. But now it is time to join once more the crowd in Ahoy in Rotterdam.
Live from the heart of the Eurovision Song Contest, it's Radio International with JP. Speaking to the stars of Eurovision on Radio International with JP. Speaking to the stars of Eurovision on Radio International with JP.
Oh, double. Next on Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience, we have the big pleasure to talk to the representative of Israel at the Eurovision Song Contest 2021, who will be singing Set Me Free in semi-final 1, song number 12. For this interview, I'm being joined now by my colleague Gjon in London, Mark and Salman from Germany, and we all together welcome Aiden from Israel. Hello Aiden, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
Very good. We're looking forward to welcoming you to Rotterdam in just a few days.
I'm looking forward to go too. I'm so excited and nervous. Oh my God.
Wow.
Such a lovely places.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, you're just 20 years and you're representing Israel at the Eurovision Song Contest this year with Set Me Free. How do you feel about this diplomatic task of a musical ambassador?
I think it's a lot of weight on the shoulders, but I'm gonna do my best as a representative of Israel. It's a great honor. I'm honored.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Oh, what, Salman, you're next.
Yeah, the last Eurovision Song Contest in 2019 was hosted by Israel. How did you follow the event in Tel Aviv? And could you have imagined back then that you would get the chance so soon to be the next representative?
I didn't think that it would be this soon. The idea of going to the Eurovision, it was just cooking in my stomach. I didn't really know if it would be right, and it's a lot of attention. It was huge in Israel. You see it on the TV, and it's like, oh my God, it's huge, but you don't understand the hugeness of it. And then when it came to Israel, it was like, oh my God. It was, I think, the biggest event ever in Israel that will ever. It was amazing. And after that, I was like, yeah, I'm going. I have to go. I want it.
Yeah, I was also there, so it was really lovely. Most of us was there, so it was really great event.
It was crazy. I think it was the most beautiful Eurovision ever. I'm biased, but that's what I think.
All right, then next question, Gjon, over to you.
Thank you so
Hello,
much, Salman. Hello, Eden. Okay. For 2021, many songs were submitted for you. What was the process to shortlist them, and how difficult was it to find the three final songs that you performed in the Eurovision, in the Israeli national final, which were Weh La La, La La Love, and Set Me Free?
Yes. So I wasn't part of the... I wasn't part of it at all, of the choosing, of the making, of none of the songs. There were 10 songs, and then the committee chose 3 songs, and after that I needed to record each song and make a video clip, and I did it in 2 weeks, and then the Israeli people chose Set Me Free. And just after that, I got the chance to say what I want and what I don't want in the song. We did the revamp, and the revamp of Set Me Free is the complete version of me and Israel together.
Fantastic. And was Set Me Free your personal favorite? I'm sure you can save that now, or did you prefer maybe one of the other two?
You won't believe me, no one does, but I truly I swear to God, this is my this is my personal swear, okay? Mm-hmm. I loved the 3 songs. I loved them. it didn't matter to me who would win because I love them so much, and I already got to connect with the songwriters during the recording sessions, and I loved each and every one of them. So it didn't matter to me, and I knew that if it would be Ooh La La or La La Love or Set Me Free, we would win because I'm gonna do my best. Not know if we would win, that's what I hope, okay? But I'm gonna do my best. So I believed in the three of them.
Wonderful. Okay, next question. I'm handing it back to the host, JP.
Thank you very much, Gjon. Hello. Now, Eden, can you tell us what is Set Me Free all about and what is the message in the song? And can you also reveal how you will be performing it live on stage in Rotterdam?
I can't reveal. Sorry, you will have to see it there. It's going to be amazing. I really love the performance. And the message of the song is it's more of a wish of me. For I really want that when the audience or anyone that hearing the song on Spotify or I don't know where, like I want them to take the 3 minutes of listening to the song to get rid of their problems, or I don't know, even sicknesses or bad thoughts, and just feel free. Or if they want to get, I don't know, rid of someone, hear the song and get the courage to do it. And with the COVID, here in Israel, we slowly get into, the routine, and a lot of things did open up here. So it's like the set me free of all of the people. It's like kind of a screaming to hear the song, scream, dance, forget about everything for 3 minutes. And 3 minutes, it's so little, but it's it can do so much for the soul that you won't understand. This is what I feel when I sing the song and when I hear the song. Like I scream in the end with the whistle notes. You can get this high with freedom. Mm-hmm. So that's what I want to make you feel and make everyone.
Wow. Now, but besides the COVID situation in Israel, did you ever feel yourself in that situation where you would have loved to shout the phrase, "Set me free"?
Of course. There was a lot of situations that I didn't want to be in, but I was forced to, that I just wanted to scream at that person in front of me, just leave me. I just want to get out of the situation. I don't want to be here. It's too hard. Why do I have, and with most of the situation, when I let myself get freed, I most of the times I actually succeeded by getting out of the situation because I thought clearly, and that it helped me.
Wow. Okay.
But I like to go to the beach and scream.
Nice. I'm throwing it over to Mark now in Stuttgart in Germany.
Hello, Eden. I watched your national final, and it was very interesting. You did drive around with a car, visiting the composers of the 3 songs, and it was really entertaining. And my question is, how complicated was it during Corona times to produce the video clips, to drive around Israel and to help the national final, actually?
It was nightmare because of the time we needed to make it like in 2 weeks, all of it, the recording, the video clips, and we always needed to keep apart from each other and masks on, and I can't wear a mask because of the makeup, so I'm the only one who's allowed to be without a mask. And people sometimes forget, sometimes and it's okay. I don't feel, but it was difficult, and you couldn't get out of the house. The police would have stopped you and said, "Oh, where are you going?" And then you had like a path to there, but it and the timing was like 2 weeks to do all of it. I was exhausted after that. I was like, oh my god.
But you made it.
Then I was shocked that I succeeded. I was like, oh my god, if I did this, what more can I do? I need to level up.
You are perfectly prepared for Rotterdam now. Thank you, E. The next question, Gjon.
Okay.
Thank you. Hey!
Yeah, it's me again. Last year, you included some Amharic in Fekir Levi, the first use of Amharic in Eurovision. Have you ever thought of doing fully Amharic versions of all your songs, or at least this year's Set Be Free?
I think it's a great idea, and I think I'll think about it. But I didn't know. No, because when Fekir Levi came out and the Amharic, and it put me as an Ethiopian in the front, but too much in the front, because I'm so many things in, not just in Ethiopian. And I so in my life, me as an Ethiopian doesn't really come up so much, because I do a lot of things. So I didn't even think about it, because it's like, it's not, you understand? I don't know how to, you understand? Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's a great idea. I think I will suggest it to my managers.
I love you. Once upon a time, I was looking for a sign. Put your mama, show the way, you'll be my guide. I love you. Love is on the mind. Close your eyes and you will find Melodia, feel the energy inside. Coming my way. Love is on my way. Makalakumade, makalakumade, masa. Makalakumade, makalakuma.
Now, with representing Israel at the Eurovision Song Contest, you are part of the Eurovision family. And did you get the chance to meet any of the previous Israeli Eurovision singers? And do you have any favorite Israeli Eurovision entries from the past? And also, do you have a favorite non-Israeli Eurovision song?
Of course I have. Okay, so the Israelian is Neta. It's no question.
Mhm.
And she's the goddess. She's Neta. And my stylish team, my makeup artist, my costume stylist, and my hairstylist are also Neta's hairstylist, costume stylist, and makeup artist. Yeah, she was the one that actually got them three together, and they're three geniuses. Genius. So I spoke to her and to Kobe Marimi, and they both told me that the most important thing for me is to enjoy the process, not just be on the target focused, and to enjoy it, because I have to enjoy it. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I have to. So I love them. Oh my god. And the song of not Israel.
Yeah.
Soldi. I love that song.
Oh, Mahmoud.
So many times here.
Mhm.
Wow.
Super.
Wow.
It's
now.
a good entry there. Wow, nice. And now over to Salman.
Yes, so coming back to the beginning of your career, actually, when did you start singing? And was there anybody who motivated you, like in your family, or did you have any kind of role model or pop idol in your childhood?
When I was a child, I didn't sing. I danced ballet, and then somehow one of the head of the conservatorium there heard me sing, and then I started singing, and it was like, I think in high school. And then I decided to focus on the singing career, because I saw that singing was here, and when I danced it was here. I mean, I was much good at singing than dancing, but I dance good, I think. And then that's when I started singing, and then until now.
And did you have any kind of idols? Like, did you have any kind of superstar?
Beyonce when I was a girl, and now it's Ariana Grande.
Excellent. So over to Mark.
Yeah, in the internet, I found that you have been part of the YMCA choir. Is that true? And this is a choir of Arabic and Jewish singers, so it's a mixture of religions. How did this influence your singing career and maybe your personality?
I'm so happy that you asked me this question, because I think this choir brings up a very important thing, which is that Israel, it's not only a country that you see Arabians fight Jews, or we can coexist normally and peacefully. In the choir, we have like Jews, we have atheism, Christians, everything, like everyone and everything, and we had like 2 hours instead of beside of the singing, we had 2 hours of dialogues, and they devoted us to groups of the youngest and the oldest, and then in the groups it was step by step. Like in the first meeting, we talked about each one talked about his personal life, and then as the meeting
progressed.
Yes, thank you. As the meeting progressed, we started talking about serious serious stuff that goes around the country, and then I make friendship that goes to me till this day. I had a friend named Ala, and we spoke in Arabic and Hebrew, and it was amazing. I really love this choir, and then we went on a tour in the US, and we wanted to tell them that we love each other. It doesn't matter if he's he and he's he.
Yeah, what a wonderful message. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of people were in shock. Really shocked. Oh my God, how no? But they're there, and then wow, it was amazing to show them that bitch, we can go exist.
Thank you, Eden. Back to Salman.
Thank you.
Yes, so recently you have done then a revamp of your song. Can you tell us something about the background of it and what exactly has changed?
Oh, a lot of change in the revamp. It was very important to me to say what I want in the song Set Me Free, the part that I want to make them better. And also the songwriters, we all thought that the first version was really good for Israel, but not that good for the competition. We need to upgrade this, we need to make it better, we need to make it 200% or 300%, so everyone will fall in love with it and be like, oh my God, what, oh my God, what? Like this. and and that's what we did. We went to Haifa, which is 2-hour drive, and for Israel it's like a lot because it's a small country. And I like from 4 in the afternoon till 5 at the morning, recording session, ideas session, working on it very, very hard. And now we fell in love with the revamp version. We love it. I love it. They love it. Thank God.
We also love it. So over to Gjon.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Salma. Thank you. Your career started in 2017 when you took part in X Factor Israel. What made you decide to take part in the show in the first place? And did your experience on X Factor help you with your participation in the Rising Star, which is the national final of Israel for Eurovision?
Oh my God, what we do? So I really wanted to go to the X Factor because I wanted to be on a big stage. I really wanted that, just to stand on a big stage and sing to everyone who wants to listen, really. And I tried to go there, and at first I didn't get in, and then someone said, what? No, I'll get you in. And then I got in, and then I won. So it was nice because they didn't want me at first. Crazy like me, who would. And but in the next Rising Star, it really helped me because in the finals, I already knew, like in general, what's the process of a TV show, so that's helped. And I came like not the title, but like I already were in at first I thought I would win I came like very up high, and it wasn't good. No. I saw the competition. I got scared, and I fought till the end. I'm telling you, I fought till the end so hard. I worked on every song and every moment that I had. I came to win. That's what. And at the finals, it was live. It was the one time that it's live on television, and if you make a mistake and if you fake a little bit, everyone hear, you cannot fix it, you cannot do nothing. And in that I had already I did it already in the X, because all of the show in the X, most of the show, it's live. So that's what's my advantage there. But I worked on it, so Thank God I won. Oh my
Wow,
God.
congratulations for that. Yeah.
Congratulations. A massive, massive release there. Okay, Mark, you're next.
Yeah, the interview now is coming closer to the end. So one of the final questions is, do you have already plans, Eden, for the time after Eurovision in Rotterdam? Are there new songs, an album, concerts? Do you focus on Israel or on an international career? What will you do? We are excited.
I want to focus on both, but I'm already I'm already working on my album this whole year, and let's see after.
Wow, nice. I have a question. I have a question regarding your language. You're singing most of the songs in English, but do you also sing in Hebrew?
Yes.
Wow. So we have to find out. Mm-hmm.
Tic-tac.
So we hope to get some of this in the press conferences at the Eurovision Song Contest in Rotterdam. But the last question is: do you have a message to your fans that are now listening to this interview?
To my fans and everyone who listened to this interview, I just wanted to say thank you for your support. Sorry, I get a lot of support, and I appreciate it a lot. I love you guys. Thank you for the opportunity, and vote for me.
Perfect. You are an absolutely amazing ambassador for Israel at the Eurovision Song Contest. We wish you all the best of luck and get us back to Israel for 2022.
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for interviewing me. Thank you. I appreciate it. For real, thank you.
Representing Israel.
Hi, this is Elena from Israel. You are listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song, Set Me Free. Enjoy!
Take a look what we become, it's been so long. Getting you out of my life, I feel so strong. Set me free, feel my beating, heart in perfect harmony. Don't let me down. Feeling like in prison, looking for the reason I don't wanna say goodbye. Feels like no tomorrow, everywhere that I go, babe, I'm gonna lose my mind. Just another story, tell me not to worry, everything will be just fine. Used to be a treasure, now I'm gone forever, think I'm going back in time. Set me free, feel my beating, heart in perfect harmony. Don't let me down. I'ma make it on my own. Gotta see what she got on. I'ma make it on my own. Life has been so easy, used to call us cheesy. It was paradise. In my bed so lonely, you're the one and only. Hell, I know I paid my price. Clock is ticking, tick-tock, everything is chicks again. I don't know what to do. People tell me, honey, I love all I got. One day dreams will become true. Set me free, feel my beating, heart in perfect harmony. Don't let me down. Oh, set me free, feel my beating, heart in perfect harmony. Don't let me down. I'ma make it on my own. Gotta see what she got on. I'ma make it on my own. I'm so awesome, come and get some. What are we living for? I'm your reason, spicy season like we did before. Let me take you higher, set the place on fire. 2021 degrees, feel my beating heart and set me free. Set me free,
Wow, there you go. That's a bubbly person, Alene. She's lovely. And what a great stage performance. Of course, we know how it looks like. We have seen the first rehearsals. Semi-3 is Aidan's entry for Israel. It'll be in semi-final 1, song number 12. But we continue right away because there is the Eurovision Cover Spot around the corner next.
The Eurovision Song Contest 2021 on Radio International with JP.
Radio International.
Oh, I love it.
Europe's number one.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Cover Spot on Radio International.
Hello and welcome again to the Eurovision Cover Spot here on Radio International. Well, as we're in the middle of rehearsal week at Eurovision in Rotterdam, we've songs on the cover spot from two artists who, in a way, will be performing back-to-back at next week's live semi-finals. Destiny from Malta, who closes semi-final 1 on Tuesday, and Senit, representing San Marino, who opens competitive proceedings on the second semi-final on Thursday with Adrenalina.
I'm burning up with afflictions. Give me your full attention. I want you to tame my fire now. Can't move without your eyes on me. It's like my body's yours only. So baby, don't leave me lonely now. Will I fight against the lead? Can we light it up with me? So high in adrenaline. You're my adrenaline. Just one touch and I'll ignite. I'm a flame on dynamite. So high in adrenaline. You're my adrenaline.
On the 1st of May, Senit brought us the last of her monthly series of Eurovision covers titled #Freaky Trip to Rotterdam that she'd been releasing ever since she'd been asked to hold over her participation after the cancellation of the contest in Rotterdam last year. The 11th and final video in the series features a slow and smouldering version of Spain's 1990 song Bandido, performed originally by Spanish sister duo Azúcar Moreno.
La luna me embrujó y me llevó hasta ti. Veneno del amor que yo feliz bebí. Y aunque mi pecho ardió y me abrazó la piel, me supo dulce como la miel. Tus ojos bandidos robaron con cuento la sangre y la vida de mi corazón. Tu ausencia en mi noche provoca lamento, suspiro y llanto y oscura pasión. Y ahora cada vez que de mi lado te vas, siento el dolor que te más y más. Tus ojos bandidos robaron con cuento la sangre y la vida de mi corazón. Tu ausencia en mi noche provoca lamento, suspiro y llanto y oscura pasión.
Azúcar Moreno with Bandido, which, despite having the famous technical glitch that saw the ladies walk off stage in the live show in Zagreb and then return after a couple of minutes to perform the song with the backing tracks correctly synchronised, made it to 5th place on the final scoreboard for Spain in 1990. Senit's cover of the song is very different, and the once again very well produced video, the work of Luca Tomasini, features not only Senit but also Italian dancer Graziano Di Prima, one of the professional dancers from the BBC's Strictly Come Dancing, or Dancing with the Stars as it's known elsewhere. With her cover of Spain's 1990 entry, written by Raúl Orellana, Jan Stinus and Jose Luis Abel, here's Senit with Bandido.
La luna me embrujó y me llevó hasta ti. Veneno del amor que yo feliz bebí. Y aunque
la sangre y la vida de mi corazón. Tu ausencia y mis noches provoca lamento, suspiro y llanto y oscura pasión. 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 Así que abrázame con furia de huracán, que el fuego de tu amor sea como un volcán. Y luego bésame, atrápame en tu red, que al fin tus labios comen mi ser. Ojos malditos robaron con cuentos la sangre y la vida de mi corazón. Tu ausencia en mis noches provoca lamento, suspiro y llanto y oscura pasión. Y oscura pasión. Y oscura pasión. Y oscura pasión. Y oscura pasión.
Senit with her final freaky trip to Rotterdam cover of Bandido. Senit will be first to perform on Thursday, and preceding her is Malta's Destiny Ciucunieri, who will be the last to perform on Tuesday's first semi-final in Rotterdam. Destiny, together with her team from PBS in Malta, helped no doubt by sponsorship from one of the local telecommunications companies, has not only produced 3 video versions of her Eurovision song, 2 of them differently shot showcases for the acoustic version of her 2021 entry Je me casse, but together with Kevin Paul Kalea, one of the backing band for brother Kurt, on stage at Eurovision in 2012 in Baku, and now providing guitar and vocal support for Destiny here, she's released a new video with a medley of Eurovision covers. With her Eurovision covers mashup, here's Malta's 2021 Eurovision representative, Destiny.
Why can't this moment last forevermore? Tonight eternity's an open door. No, don't ever stop doing the things you do. Don't go. In every breath I take, I'm breathing Euphoria, forever till the end of time. From now on, only you and I, we're going up. Euphoria, a never-lasting peace of ours, a beating love within my heart. We're going up. Euphoria, we're going up. Wonder Woman, don't you ever forget, you're divine and he's about to regret. He's a I'm not your I'm not your type. You stupid boy. I'll take you down, I'll make you watch. I'm dancing with my dolls on the motherfucker beat. I'm not your type. You stupid boy. I'll take you down, I'll make you watch me. I'm dancing with my dolls on the motherfucker beat. We keep dancing with the demons, we could be heroes. We keep dancing with the demons, we could be heroes. We are the heroes of our time. Heroes, but we're dancing with the damage in our mind. Heroes,
Thank you very much, David Mann, for the Eurovision Cover Spot, and that was Destiny and Eurovision Winners Acoustic Covers Medley. And before we're breaking up for this hour, we got 2 more hours to come, and let's go and join Lesley Roy in Ireland as we do this.
Speaking to the stars of Eurovision on Radio International with JP. Live from the heart of the Eurovision Song Contest, it's Radio International with JP.
Hi Lesley, and welcome to the Eurovision Song Contest here in Rotterdam. It's so good to see you. We missed you last year, and everybody did. How does it feel to be back at Eurovision?
I'm relieved, excited, happy. So nice to meet people, even just from afar. Great to get our feet on the stage, and we're all just really excited about this staging. Like really excited.
Were you afraid about the fact that RTE would not select you for 2021?
No, I was not afraid. Michael and I had a conversation as soon as it was cancelled, and we knew that this is a song contest, not a sympathy card to take a trip. This is, you write a song and then we'll discuss it. So that made total sense to me.
And you're back this year with a great song, Maps. Could you tell us a little bit more about the song?
Yeah, Maps is a very simple inward look at taking this journey to go back and find your true self. Almost a knowing of what feels like home for you inwardly, and also a little bit about reconnecting with your roots as well.
Talking about roots, you're spending your time between Ireland and the United States. Is this multicultural background influencing the way you are producing music?
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe not so much sonically, because I listen to music from all over the world all the time, but I think in the sense of lyrically with this song and the searching for it, it's all kind of come full circle to get back home. There's only one way to go. There's only one way to get back to yourself, and that is to go home. So getting back to Ireland has helped with the song.
You're representing the most successful nation at Eurovision Ireland with 7 victories. Have you had the chance to meet any of the previous winners?
Yes, luckily I was actually on our big talk show, the Late Late Show in Ireland, and I performed with Linda and Niamh and Paul and Charlie, and we did an acoustic performance, and they're absolutely just dolls people. They're so nice, and yeah, we did a whole evening, and yeah, they're great. They send all the support from apps, and they've been very, very nice.
So what are your expectations from this contest?
To have fun. I want to enjoy this after all the work we've put into it. I want to get out onto the stage and have a fantastic, fun time, and really portray this world that we've created for everybody. And I hope people can enjoy it at home.
And we hope that you enjoy the 3 minutes on stage.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your time, and we wish you all the very best of luck.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Lesley Roy from Ireland, and you are listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song Maps.
Representing Ireland.
I'm gonna let down the armor, let up the power that I've been hiding, not afraid of the monsters, of the nightmares that I've been fighting. Easy to run, hard to stay, finding colors in the gray. Thought I was done, but I got it wrong. I fell twice, I'm twice as strong.
From the heart of the Eurovision Song Contest, it's Radio International with JP. You're listening to Radio International with JP.
Hi, this is Laura Jesper from Fyr og Flamme. This is our song, Øverst på hinanden, from the Eurovision Song Contest. Enjoy!
Hi, this is Rafał from Poland. You're listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song, The Ride.
Hi, this is Destiny from Malta. You are listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song, Je m'acasse.
Excuse my French.
And welcome back. We are in Rotterdam at the Eurovision Song Contest 2021, and I'm looking for the music bed now. So you see, here we are. Now, hope you enjoyed the first 2 hours. We had interviews with Elena Tsagrinou from Cyprus, Slovenia's Ana Soklic, Malta's Destiny, Lesley Roy from Ireland, and Alene from Israel. In this hour now, we have Ukraine's Go A coming up, and that'll be followed by Nathan Waddell from ESCExtra.com and the Eurovision News, and also Poppe coming up for the Eurovision Spotlight, taking a look at Eastern Central Europe at the Eurovision Land 2021. And in our fourth hour, an extended interview with a gentleman that's also tipped to win the Eurovision Song Contest. Let's see if it works out. It's Gjon from Switzerland. But first, let's go and listen to our interview that we did in the press center with Go A. And I'll be joined by, of course, Eric. He is actually running that interview, and I'm supporting. But of course, we know that this song was in the running last year. In 2020, it was Solo Way, and of course the contest was cancelled. But now we have the interview with Ukraine's representative to the Eurovision Song Contest.
Welcome to Rotterdam, and congratulations for representing Ukraine once again, but this time for real. Could you possibly introduce yourselves? Who is who in the group?
Hello. Our singer is Kate. I am the keyboard player. My name's Taras, and we have Igor on woodwinds and Ivan on guitars.
Were you terrified about the fact last year that you were not able to travel to Rotterdam and afraid that you might not be reselected for Eurovision?
Well, actually, it was quite difficult to react emotionally because we had like 5 minutes between our two messages we received. So first one was Eurovision had been cancelled, and second was we've been chosen to be Ukraine's entry for this year. So we just thought about making new song, making new music, and preparing. We thought it would be just nice that we had just a little bit more time to prepare for this year, to think everything over, and to get prepared just as good as we can.
What is the message behind the song? Because it's quite an eclectic piece of music, isn't it?
Well, actually, we tried to combine, ancient Ukrainian mythology with modern cyberpunk and all that modern and future stuff. So, actually, Shum, in Ukrainian mythology, Shum is the spirit of forests. But a literal translation of Shum is noise. So it's like a play of words. So we're making noise to call it Shum. Basically, the song is about awakening of spring, but in global sense. So the awakening of life itself, regeneration, and everybody, at last everybody are happy. So we're singing about the end of the pandemic situation, so for people to rethink everything about themselves, about what they are doing to this planet and to this world and to themselves. Basically, we wanted just to show people that we still can gather to do something good, and we gather to play Shum to awake the spring, just to bring happiness and joy to everybody.
The subject of nature seems to be very important for you guys when you integrate it in your video clip, and of course the subject of the nightingale, the bird, Solvier, and even your stage props. How important is nature for you guys?
Well, nature was important for our ancestors, and we're very much inspired by Ukrainian mythology, Ukrainian culture, and Ukrainian folk songs. And there are a lot of things about nature because most of our ancestors lived from agriculture, and the spring was a very important part of it because of sowing the crops and everything like this. Actually, in our country, we're trying to treat nature like we want nature to treat ourselves, because just a month ago we had a trip to Chernobyl, and we saw everything that happened, we just understood that nature can exist without people, but people cannot exist without nature. It's like there should be a symbiosis. There should be, we should coexist with it, not just destroy everything, but we should find out how to coexist with everything, with all life on the planet, and prosper from it.
And also, all Ukrainian elements are important to you. Sopilka, the flute, of course, and the language, indeed. Your song is entirely in Ukrainian, isn't it?
Yeah, right. It's entirely in Ukrainian, and we think it's very important, first of all, because our music is basically based on Ukrainian folk music combined with modern electronic music, and of course our Ukrainian folk music is sung in Ukrainian language because of, and meaning and phonetics and many other things, but still we refer to ourselves as to representatives of Ukrainian culture. So when we won our Vidbir, our national selection, we thought of it not just like our victory. It was like a victory of Ukrainian song, Ukrainian folk music, and we're still thinking in this way. So, and we're here because we want to show our Ukrainian music to the world.
You made it to the Eurovision Song Contest to Rotterdam. What have you been able to see here in Rotterdam? Have you been traveling around a little bit already?
Well, actually we have restrictions and we are not allowed to travel around, but we'll have a few excursions as far as I'm concerned. I think 2 of them. But still, right now we're thinking more about our performance, because that's why we are here, actually. So we think about how to do everything right and to make our performance as good as we can, because it's very important to us, and not just because of the contest, but especially for us, because it's like our dream come true.
Fantastic. Now, you have been talking a lot, but Katja, you have a fantastic voice. Now it's time that you're going to sing a little bit. Do you mind singing a bit of your song?
What song?
You can do maybe a medley of both.
Заспівати попурі з 2 пісень.
Okay. Соловей, соловей, не співай раненько, а мені на серденько знов не веселенько. Соловей, соловею, як мені бути, вміла його полюбити, не вміла забути.
З нашого Шума. Пепорі, медлі.
Весняночка, весняночка, де ти зимувала, й осадочка на клиночку, сорочечку пряла, там у лісі на юзлісі сова вдудує, заспіває співаночку, нехай вона чує.
And that was Go A. Thank you very much, guys. All the best of luck at the Eurovision Song Contest. Thank you so much.
Hi,
Bye-bye.
this is Go A from Ukraine. You're listening to Radio International with JP. And this is our song Shum. Enjoy.
Representing Ukraine.
Весняночка, весняночка, де ти зимувала, й осадочка на клиночку, сорочечку пряла, там у лісі на
Go A, this is Shum, the Ukrainian entry to the Eurovision Song Contest 2021, and they're going to be, let me check this because I forgot where they are going to be. Shum is in semi-final 1, song number 15, and let's go without further ado over to our newsman Nathan Waddell next.
Now on Radio International with the very latest news from escextra.com, here's Nathan Waddell.
Well, Nathan, hello, welcome back and happy Eurovision 2021 to you and the team of ESC Extra.
Thank you very much, JP. Thank you. We've had a very good first few days. How about you?
Yes, amazing, and we are broadcasting already so many interviews from the. I'm putting the emphasis on semi-final 1 right now, and on Sunday, that I'm going to make it now public. Sunday, we're going to have not the Eurovision lockdown. We're going to be doing a special of Eurovision Radio International at the Eurovision Song Contest 2021. Otherwise, we can't get all those interviews broadcast that we have been collecting, and we would like to give the promotion, of course, to the acts before they're competing in the respective semi-final 1 and 2. And the grand final, of course, too, because by the weekend we should have also the Big Five in Rotterdam. And in fact, I watched German morning TV AM, I think, kind of a thing like morning television. And Jendrik was actually talking to the moderators or the presenters of this morning show, and he was like kind of as he fell out of bed. His hair was not combed at all, and he said, "I'm packing for getting to Rotterdam later today," and he actually did, and he's looking forward to be there, and we're going to be seeing them, I think, on Thursday, tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic. I'm very excited by that.
Yeah, and for ESC Extra, how's it going there?
Yeah, we're having a nice time. It's definitely a different vibe for us this year because we are in the virtual press centre rather than actually in the press centre itself. But we're really enjoying being able to kind of get the stream of the rehearsals online, and really feel like we're part of the event, JP, in the best way possible. Even though we can't be there, we're glad to still be able to provide our live stream every day. We're getting artists on the stream. We had Blind Channel came on today. We had Natalia Gordienko yesterday, along with we also yesterday on the live stream had Benny Cristo, JP. So yeah, it's been good fun so far.
Yeah, I think also in the press center itself, it's very spacious. We have huge desks to work on, and there is physical distancing is given, as well as we have to wear the mask unless you are at your desk and you want to eat something or drink something, you can take it off. But interviews we are doing with a mask on, and of course, obviously the artists keep it off, and we respect the distance. And each interview room is cleaned after each interview. So it's really, there's a lot of good effort going on to make it a very safe Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh, fantastic! That is exactly what we want to hear.
Fantastic. So do you have some Eurovision news? I mean, it's all about Eurovision 2021. So tell us what you have lined up for us.
Yeah, so I've got 3 pieces of news and one that's quite appropriate to the piece of music you've just played, JP. So I will start with Ukraine. You know this because you've been there today. But Katerina wasn't available to perform today as part of the second rehearsal for Ukraine, for Go A. The online press centre were very quick at calling them Go B because we had the stand-in singer performed today as part of Go A's rehearsal. It all went absolutely swimmingly. It went absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. It was just that Katerina wasn't very well this morning, so they took all the precautionary tests needed. She has since taken to Instagram to say she's feeling fine. So hopefully it all comes back negative for her, JP. And if so, then there'll be no real impact at all. But we got to see a nice stand-in rehearsal today for Ukraine, and the stand-in did an exceptional job. For what I think that's absolutely true. So yes, Ukraine today were without Katerina. the lead singer, for their rehearsal. But that's kind of the biggest piece of news. We also now know that Duncan Lawrence is the spokesperson for the Netherlands, which is basically zero surprise.
He doesn't need to fly in, actually. He's there, you see.
Exactly. So to me, that's basically zero surprise, because in a year where I suppose when you consider Duncan's going to actually be there, it means that they don't need to get anybody else through any form of COVID-required production, if that makes... Do you know what I mean, JP? When it comes to thinking about it with a clever brain on, trying to get someone else to be spokesperson in any form of venue is going to require a crew. It's going to require... So why not just use the man who's already there? So yes, that's quite nice to see. We've also heard this week that Canada will be broadcasting the semi-finals live. Omni Television will be picking it up. They were supposed to be broadcasting the 2020 contest, but we now know they will be broadcasting semi-final 1 and semi-final 2 live from Rotterdam at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, and 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So that's Omni Television taking on the Canadian broadcast. Yet to be confirmed if the grand final is being broadcast live. Now, you may wonder why. It will probably be sporting. If there's a massive ice hockey event on or something that, or even MLS football, it may well be, JP, that for the Canadian, the Saturday afternoon broadcast doesn't quite work, and they may get it on a delay for the evening. That's still to be confirmed. But Omni Television are broadcasting the semi-finals live during the week in Canada. So that's great news. Jamala, the winner from the 2016 contest, has recorded a guest performance for the Eurovision 2021 interval. It was revealed back in March that 6 former winners were participating in the Rock the Roof interval acts in the grand final, including Lenny Kurd, Teach In with Getty Kaspers, Sandra Kim, Elena Paparizou, Lordi, and Mons Senmelöf. And according to Eurovision UA, Jamala may not be the only former winner. She explained she'd recorded performances for both contests now, and that she may well be on the roster too, revealing she'd recorded a performance of 1944 on a bridge in Rotterdam. So it's not yet confirmed if this is the performance that we used and in which show it might be used, but we are expecting Jamala to make a guest performance as part of Eurovision 2021. So that's quite nice. There's definitely a bit of... There's definitely a bit still more to come this week from some delegations in terms of news and bits and pieces out. We do tend to get that as the week goes on. First few days, everyone concentrates on their first rehearsal, and then we get the real bits and pieces afterwards. There's a couple of small things, JP, that I would like to point out for our listeners. We have done a couple of interviews with artists throughout the week, but also before the contest too. And I just would love to give a shout out to Viv Christiansen. Did a brilliant interview with Tix before he left for Rotterdam, really talking about his story, the story of the entry. And I spoke to Gjon's Tears in an interview that has gone live on YouTube and is going to go live on the website hopefully this evening or tomorrow morning. Gjon's Tears and I discussed everything about the last year, and it's kind of the third time I've spoken to him over the last few months, and we had a lovely little catch up for everyone to see, which is great news. So there's more still to come. We've had interviews with Goe, Elena, Tsagrinou. We've also spoken to Montaigne. JP, I've got a couple of minutes, haven't I? I'm just going to touch on Montaigne. It's exceptionally difficult to be the only artist who isn't there. And it hit Montaigne like a brick wall this week. And she, I'm sure Eurovision fans across the world have seen her heartfelt videos on TikTok that she also tweeted, bless her, and kind of her raw emotions. What I am really pleased to say, JP, is that I spoke to her the following morning with my lovely colleague Tim, the morning after the night before, and for her it was obviously the end of the day, so she'd gone through a whole day of kind of processing herself, and she was okay, JP. She was okay. I think it was kind of that overwhelming emotion of seeing everybody do a rehearsal and not being involved that hit her quite difficult in a difficult way. But today, JP, we got to see the live on tape rehearsal for Australia. There's obviously a clip that's available on Eurovision.tv, but what I want to say is thank you to the EBU for allowing us to see that. We were starting to find it very difficult to provide coverage on Australia when we had seen every other act. By this point, JP, we've seen them all 5 times, and Australia we haven't seen. So seeing that clip today was not only brilliant to see, but it was brilliant to watch. It is a triumph of the live on tape system, and Montaigne, I can confirm, will effectively be made part of the entire stage show of the semi-final. The way they present the live on tape performance will make it feel like she is really there, and I think that's so important, JP. I think it's just so important. So I just wanted to highlight that, because she's had a really rough week, and today we finally got to see Montaigne's performance and give her all the credit that song is due. So that's great news, really, for Montaigne to be able to come away this evening and see how positively her rehearsal, her live on tape performance has been received. So that's everything from me for this week, JP. We are doing the press poll every day, so the readers of the listeners of Radio International can see the press poll. We are cross-referencing with, I think it's roughly 150 to 200 journalists every day, to produce this polling results of how people are viewing the rehearsal. So it's a good site for those at home to understand which ones are standing out most. It's obviously not flawless. We obviously do find some rehearsals maybe strike us positively in different ways, but it's good to see that we've got a really engaged press poll this year, JP, even though we can't. We all like a bit of a poll. But yes, that's all from me.
Wow, thank you very much, Nathan. But I have a question, because when we watched the rehearsal from Malta on the screens in the press center, people were they were astonished and kind of disappointed with the staging of Je me casse by Destiny. What is your opinion on this? Should they rather do something different or keep it what they showed us?
That's a really good question. There was nothing wrong with it, JP. And I think that's the crux of the situation. In this semi-final, we have been given very polished performances from Cyprus and Croatia. We've also got very expensive looking performances from Israel and Azerbaijan. And in the first half, we've also got a really kind of jaw-dropping performance from Russia. We've got a great show opener in Lithuania. We've got a very professional performance from Sweden, and now we've got an incredibly eye-catching, engaging performance from Australia. So you might be wondering, why am I saying all these things? Well, it's because Malta, having kept it somewhat simple, have not made a mistake. It's not bad, but it doesn't catch the attention quite like some of the others do. That's not necessarily saying it's, like I say, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's not like, wow, I'm so impressed. And certainly, wow, I'm so impressed was a feeling I got with 3 performances, JP, in semi-final 2, with Iceland, with Bulgaria, and with Switzerland. And considering those 3, we probably would describe as, contenders alongside Malta and even France, that's where I think people were disappointed. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, we see how it goes, if Malta will change, because there's been a lot of discussions on the internet, and even I contacted some of the Maltese fans what they were thinking, and they were not really happy with it, so they expected something different.
Can I make one lovely message about the Maltese performance? I don't want to see anybody criticising her choice of outfit again. Destiny chose this outfit because she is confident, comfortable, and feeling very, very herself in it. So for people criticising what she's wearing, she has chosen to wear this, and therefore we shouldn't argue with it. It's inspired by Lizzo, who's incredibly empowering. So why not let Destiny be empowering too, JP?
Okay, well, I just think that then that it might, if because they were leading the betting odds, and then they all fell down because of that staging.
Yes, and I think it purely is, JP. I think it's because people weren't kind of like shocked or surprised. I don't think we need to worry just yet because we've still got to see a second rehearsal tomorrow, and we've also still got to see the first rehearsal of France. And I don't know if you remember, JP, but when France, do you remember when France turned up as the favourite with that Henri Vasily with Sonyu, and then we saw the first rehearsal and it collapsed. Like it was not what anybody expected.
Indeed.
You know, some delegations don't have a history of staging things exceptionally well. France has become one of those now, but sometimes does have a bit suspect in its staging. So let's see what's brought. I can't see them getting it wrong. But if it doesn't wow in the way that maybe Destiny didn't wow people, then it's game on, isn't it, JP? Because something's got to win. And
of course.
Sometimes it is the early favourite. So maybe people have overthought it. But for me, JP, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, and that's the best thing I can say, because some people surprise you because you don't expect it to be so good, which therefore means when something is already very good and it just turns up and continues to be very good, then there's nothing wrong with it. That's the thing I should say. It is good. It's that it didn't surprise anyone.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your honest opinion, and we're looking forward what they're going to be doing with the Maltese performance, and if they're going to change it. That's also, of course, still a big question mark there. But all the best of luck for the remaining coverage of Eurovision, and we'll be chatting again hopefully next week at the same time.
Yes, absolutely, JP. I will speak to you next Wednesday. We'll be in the middle of the jury show.
Oh dear. Yes, indeed. Yes, we will be. Exactly.
We'll work something out.
Alrighty. Take care. Have a good weekend.
See you later.
And bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. Nathan Waddell from ESCExtra.com. And let's continue with a piece of music from one of the grand final countries. Let's take the funny guy from Germany. Here we go.
Heart of the Eurovision Song Contest. It's Radio International with JP.
Hi, this is Jendrik from Germany, and you are listening to Radio International with JP. This is my song, I Don't Feel Hate. Enjoy.
And it's coming up, so do it. Enjoy.
Representing Germany.
I don't feel hate. I just feel sorry. You feel so very clever whenever you find another way to wear me down. I don't feel hate. I just feel sorry. So you can wiggle it with me, the thing that it'll never wiggle back to you. Cause I don't feel sorry. I really don't care that you want to bash me. Do it with flair and I'll let you be. But don't you dare to get angry when you realize those words just don't hit me. What? Cause I don't feel hate, I just feel sorry. You feel so very clever whenever you find another way to wear me down. But I don't feel hate, I just feel sorry. So you can wiggle back to me, the thing that it'll never wiggle back to you. Cause I don't feel hate. I really don't mind to be your rival. Cause for your kind it's essential for survival. Say what? Did you not just say that? Yes I did, and I feel sorry. I don't feel hate, that's the whole point of the song. I guess you need patronization as some kind of validation. You're in good with the fixation that your enemy fixation is another affirmation that you just hate the person who's not really better than me. Meine Damen und Herren, das war's mit I Don't Feel Hate. Ich hoffe, Sie haben noch ein sehr nices Leben und bis bald.
Mr. Feelgood of Eurovision 2021. It is Jendrik and I Don't Feel Hate in the grand final of the Eurovision Song Contest, together with Italy, France, Spain and the United Kingdom. Which is a fantastic link, because now we're heading off to the United Kingdom.
The Eurovision Spotlight on Radio International. This week,
it is the final one in the region of the Eurovision Land 2021. It is it's Central Eastern, I think that's how to say it. For that, we welcome Chris Poppe. Hello, Chris. Welcome back.
Hello, JP. I don't know who writes your link material. It was inspired.
It's just popping to my mind, you know. Like today, we interviewed Tusse in the press center. I should put a music bed on while we're talking, because I've been talking too much. Completely forget. And now Tusse, when we finished, I thank you very much in Swedish. How do you say that? Do you know that?
It's tusen tack.
Exactly. Tusen tack, I said to him.
Oh, of course, it's tusen tack. Yes, of course it is. Yeah. I'm being thick there.
So this is just happening out of my mind, just like that. So that's quite normal. So was a good link.
I've got a new name for you, JP.
Have you?
You are our busy boy at the Ahoy.
Ah, excellent.
You like that?
Yes,
you can use that.
Yes. The busy boy at the Ahoy. I wish to make a jingle out of that one. No, but actually the coverage is going really well, and I must really also make a big compliment to the organization. They really try everything to be safe. There's even like kind of internal police that running around to make sure that you keep the distance when you talk to each other. They're coming and tell you have to go apart. So,
that's very good.
Yeah,
that's very good.
And the safety is really there. So I really I'm pretty sure we will not get that bug called Corona, and not in the press center, but I don't know what's happening in the venue. So that's something different.
I mean, I don't know if you've already been speaking about it on the program, so I've not actually been able to listen in so far. But do we know how the lady from Ukraine is? Because she wasn't able to rehearse today, was she?
Nathan had it on the news just a few moments ago, and I think what I remember from it was that she is okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good news. That's good news.
Otherwise, they have to play back the video. No? So
that's right. That's right.
Whoa. Okay. So, shall we go through the eastern region of the Eurovision 2021 land?
That's right. Now, yes, I'm looking at what we've quaintly called the East Central Zone. It sounds like kind of like a metro station, doesn't it? Yeah. We've got 6 songs of varying degrees of popularity and various chances of success. And 3 of them are from the first semi-final, 3 of them from the second semi-final, so they're pretty well spread around. So we're going to take them in alphabetical order of their country, which means we're going to start with Bulgaria. And it's the return of Victoria. I have to say Victoria because she has to be in capital letters for some reason. And the song is Growing Up is Getting Old. And I, for one, can completely identify with that statement. Although I am getting old, I'm still not really growing up, to be fair. Now, this song is going to be performed in position 13 in the second semi-final. Now, I've been keeping a spreadsheet that shows how successful each position is by the number of times a song was qualified from that position ever since 2008.
Ooh.
I know. So you got some insider information here. So I can tell you that the song in position 13 in the second semi-final has qualified 9 times so far, which makes it one of the most successful positions to perform from. And now let's also look at the betting. Now, the last time I looked, which was actually this afternoon, this was 6th favourite to win, anything between 6-1 and 8-1. And the other thing I was looking at is how many views has the official YouTube video had. And as at this afternoon, it's had 560,000 views, which sounds like a lot, but actually it's not necessarily that many. But it's a good draw. It's well fancied. Victoria is a great singer. Growing Up is Getting Old is from her recent album entitled A Little Dramatic, which is probably a bit of an understatement. Personally, I'm not that fond of this song. but plenty of people are, and I'm sure it's going to qualify. What do you reckon, JP? Do you reckon it's going to qualify?
I tell you honestly, I have not been able to see any of the performances apart from a glimpse of Malta and Israel. So from the performance I cannot judge, but from the listening I would say yes.
Okay, I think that's right. To be fair, I haven't seen any. I've deliberately not seen actually any of the rehearsals either. It's only from what I can read and from the music. But yeah, I reckon it's qualifying. So right, let's have a listen to it, shall we? This is Victoria with "Growing Up Is Getting Old."
The Eurovision Song Contest 2021 on Radio International with JP.
Representing Bulgaria.
Playing Tetris with my feelings, trying to keep them all inside. Hollow shadows, and my soul is spilling over. I'm out of time. Closing every door, wanna be alone. Lonely is the way that I survive. Sick of wanting more, sitting on the floor, wondering where all my feelings go. Nervous systems aching. Growing up is getting old. Don't get it. There's an ocean of emotion that I'm carrying inside. I am cautious, 'cause I've never understood how so much can fit in little me. Star-crossed soul, and I'm used to letting go. Sink deeper in the flow of it. My demons know exactly where my fears are hiding all my tears. I'm torn by nervous systems aching. Growing up is getting old. Anxiety is draining. Getting up is growing old. And if I ever take that second to leave my worries behind, maybe I could tread the waters of time. Get out of my And growing up is getting old. Growing up is getting old. If your world is breaking and growing up is getting old.
Victoria, Going Up is Getting Old. It's a Bulgarian entry to the Eurovision Song Contest 2021. Number 13. It's song number 13 in semi-final 2. Chris is with us. He's doing the Eurovision 2021 land in region Eastern Central we are.
That's right, yes. So our next in the alphabet in the central area is Croatia. And they too have a song that is favoured by a number of people, TikTok, by Albina, or Albina Grucic, if you want to have a full name without any vowels. So Albina won the Dora final fairly handsomely. So she's one of the performers who had to fight for their place this year. TikTok has been performed at position 10 in the first semi-final. And that's another excellent draw. 9 other songs have qualified from position 10 in the first semi since 2008. So it's another very good position. In the betting, however, Croatia isn't doing that well. It's pretty mid-table to low-table. Odds being offered anything between 100 to 150 to 1, so that's not so strong. Interestingly, the YouTube video has had 1,084,000 views as of this afternoon, which is more than twice Bulgaria's. It got to number 1 in the Croatian chart and isn't by any means a bad song. I think it's a borderline qualifier. I think it might qualify. It might not. What do you think? Do you think, JB? Do you think? I think. Someone has not got to qualify, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
I know. I do my decision when I see the rehearsals, the dress rehearsal in one go, so then I can see everything at the same time. So it's, for me at the moment, it's not. I can't judge it at the moment. So
okay, so you're gonna say firmly on the fence. Well,
yes.
Okay, no worries. Well, yes, I think it's 50-50 to be honest. So let's have a listen. Here's Albina with TikTok.
Representing Croatia.
TikTok, and this is by Albina from Croatia. Croatia's entry is going to be song number 10 in the first semi-final at the Eurovision Song Contest 2021. Over to Chris for our next number for the next piece of music.
Yeah, okay, yes. Our next song to consider is one you might have heard of. It's Lithuania, the Roop, or as I like to call them the Roop Group, with Discotheque. Now, they also had to fight for their place to perform this year, even though they were also listed for last year's contest. Discotheque is pretty much a firm fan favourite, if I can say that. Bit of a tongue twister, firm fan favourite. And it's qualifying without question. The YouTube video has had 1.9 million views, so that's a lot more than both Bulgaria and Croatia combined. Their standing, the betting, is perhaps surprisingly low. It's dropped down to 9th. It was 7th last week, it's 9th this week, which is behind Bulgaria. You can get anything between 16-1 and 35-1 on them winning at the moment. However, they are performing from position 1 in the first semi-final, and that is one of the worst positions to be from. Only 4 songs have qualified from that position since 2008. So they're very much against them. However, I think it would be the most major upset if the Roop don't qualify. So I'm sure they'll be rooping and discoing all the way to Saturday night. Don't you agree, JP? You're going to stay on the fence. That's fine. I understand. but I think they definitely will. So let's have a listen to the Roop Group with Discotheque.
Hi, we are The Roop from Lithuania. You're listening to Radio International with JP, and this is our song Discotheque. Enjoy!
It's the Roop and Discotheque.
Representing Lithuania.
Kicking off the Eurovision Song Contest on the 18th of May. It's going to be in the semi-final one, the very first song. Yeah, the opening number, which is always quite nice. I like a good upbeat number to start off the whole show. Over to Chris.
Yeah, I think it's a very good choice for that position. As I say, it's an unlucky position, but I think if anybody can make it work, I think they will. Right, okay, so now we have another song for all our delectations, and it's one that I like. Plenty of people don't for some reason, and that's Rafał from Poland with The Ride. Eurovision is a young person's game, they say, and Rafał is one of the oldest people in this year's contest at the ground-out age of 39. I really like the song, but let's see how his ratings are doing. Well, it's quite well on YouTube with well over 1.5 million views. But Poland is way down the list with the bookmakers. You can get between 150 to 1 and 500 to 1 on him to win, with actually only Albania, Slovenia and Estonia being less fancied. Rafał will be performing in position 6 in the second semi-final, which is actually a good draw. 8 previous qualifiers have performed from that position, so that's good. I think Rafał is probably another borderline qualifier. He might just scrape in. I hope he does. I think the song deserves him to get through. So shall we have a listen? Let's see what we think. Here's Rafał with The Ride.
Representing Poland.
Rafał, and this is the entry from Poland at this year's Eurovision Song Contest, and it's The Ride that's going to be starting off at number 6 in the second semi-final on Thursday, the 20th of May. Over to Chris.
Yeah, 2 to go. And my next East Central country is Romania. And it's another country with a returning artist from last year, Roxanne, who she was last year. She was going to Alcoholos when we were drunk, if you remember. This year, apparently still not sobered up because we're suffering from amnesia. So I think this is a good song. Not a great song, perhaps, but perhaps on the right-hand side of the scoreboard for me. But let's have a look at her YouTube views. Very high, almost 2 million. Which is more than the Roop. But Roxanne, she's not very highly fancied in the betting. Not way out high. You can get between 33 to 1 and 150 to 1 on her winning. But what about that all-important performance order? Roxanne will be performing in position 13 in semi-final 1. And that's only a so-so position, with 6 songs having qualified from that place in the past. So, what do you think? Is she qualifying? I used to think she was, but I'm actually beginning to have my doubts. I think she might be borderline, maybe not. I'm not certain. Let's have a listen to Amnesia. I think it's Amnesia. I may have forgotten. No, it is Amnesia.
Representing Romania.
Feel what I feel, see what I see. Don't bring yourself down. You're not alone now. Oh, I lost myself trying to have it all. These words fuse in a rush, and they say they know it all. Oh, I lost myself trying to have it all. Self-love, amnesia. So worry if it got you, 'cause you're not alone, not alone. I tried to fight it, but it's getting strong, getting strong. Oh, I lost myself trying to have it all. Self-love, amnesia. Don't worry if it got you. Self-love, it's never gone. Self-love, put it back on. Oh, self-love, self-love. You're not alone, not alone, not alone. Self-love, amnesia. I lost myself trying to have it all. This world feels in a rush, and they say they know it all. Oh, I lost myself trying to have it all. Self-love, amnesia. So worry if it got you, 'cause you're not alone, not alone. I tried to fight it, but it's getting strong, getting strong, getting strong. Oh, I lost myself trying to have it all. Self-love, amnesia. So worry if it got you, 'cause
Amnesia, this is, and that's Roxanne, and that's the Romanian entry to the Eurovision Song Contest 2021, song number 13 in the first semi-final. There you go. Final song on the way now with Chris.
Yeah, my lucky last song tonight, and it's the last song to be previewed here on Radio International as part of our geographical group. So
Exactly.
it is, if you've been keeping count, the one we haven't done so far is Serbia. And Serbia are being represented by Hurricane, who were going to represent them last year, of course, in the contest that never was. They're back this year with Loco Loco. This is another song that divides people. I know some people who really, really like this. I have to say it doesn't do very much for me, I'm afraid. But I'll tell you what, you should see the number of views this is chalked up on YouTube. Over 8.6 million views since it went online on the 5th of March. That is extraordinary. Hurricane, of course, features Sanja Vucic, who represented Serbia in 2016. It's not hugely fancied in the betting. You can get between 66 and 300 to 1 on it. And they're performing from position number 9 in semi-final 2, which also isn't that great a place. Only 5 songs have qualified from that position since 2008. Incidentally, I'll quickly let you know, in case I'm sure you're interested, the best position to perform at in order to be certain of a qualification is position number 14 in the first semi-final. That's only failed to get qualified twice in 12 years. And this year, the song that's in that position is Azerbaijan. So Matahari has got the best draw of the semi-finals. And if you're interested, the worst draws are 4th and 11th in the first semi. Those they've only given the qualifying songs twice, and that's Sweden and Belgium this year.
Wow!
So not looking so great. But Tusa might not be saying Tusen back after all.
Yeah, we have only 10 seconds left, Chris. Thank you so much for coming on, for doing this preview, and have a fantastic Eurovision 2021 season.
Okay, yes, I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Representing Serbia.
1, 2, girls, come on.
This is Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience. Live from the heart of the Eurovision Song Contest, it's Radio International with JP.
And we're already on the final hour on our first of 3 specials of the Eurovision Song Contest 2021. Big thanks to Chris Poppe in the last hour, who has been reviewing the songs from Eastern Central region of Eurovision Land 2021. Well, we have now Gjon's Tears coming up in just a few moments, but also we're going to be having the grand final recap of the 5 songs from the Big Five and the host nation, the Netherlands. And to whom will Duncan Lawrence be handing over the trophy of to which of those 39 participating countries? We're going to all see that on the 22nd of May from the Ahoy Arena in Rotterdam. But on Saturday, I'll be back with another special as part of... It's not going to be the Eurovision lockdown. It's on Sunday, not on Saturday. On Sunday, we'll be on... Switch FM then from 1 p.m. Central European Time with lots more coverage from Rotterdam and interviews with the artists that are taking part in the upcoming 2 semi-finals and the grand final. But now let me take you once more into a medley of the grand final hits right away. As we do this,
the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 on Radio International with JP.
Barbara Pravi and Voila.
Voilà qui je suis, me voilà même si mise à nu c'est fini. C'est ma gueule, c'est mon cri, me voilà tant pis. Voilà juste ici, moi mon rêve, mon envie. Comme j'en crève, comme j'en ris, me voilà dans le bruit.
Germany.
Jendrik and I Don't Feel Hate.
What? Cause I don't feel hate, I just feel sorry. If you're so very clever whenever you find another way to wear me down. But I don't feel hate, I just feel sorry. So you can wiggle back to me, the thing that it'll never wiggle back to you. Cause I don't feel hate.
Representing Italy.
Måneskin and City e Buoni.
Io ho scritto pagine e pagine, ho visto sale e poi lacrime. Questi uomini in macchine, non scalare le rapide. Scritto sopra una lapide, in casa mia non c'è Dio. Ma se trovi il senso del tempo risalirai dal tuo oblio. E non c'è vento che fermi la naturale potenza. Dal punto giusto di vista del vento senti l'ebbrezza. Con una lincera alla schiena ricercherò quell'altezza. Se vuoi fermarmi di testa prova a tagliarmi la testa. Perché sono fuori di testa, ma diverso da loro. E tu sei fuori di testa, ma diverso.
Representing Spain.
Blas Canto and Voy a Quedarme.
Voy a quedarme, prometo quererte más que ayer. Voy a besarte muy lento como la primera vez y dejar atrás el miedo con tu alma entre mis dedos. Quédate porque yo voy a quedarme a tu lado aunque nos tiemble el suelo.
Representing the United Kingdom.
James Newman and Ambers.
You and I gonna light up the room.
Song number 23.
Representing the Netherlands.
Django McCoy and The Birth of a New Age. Well, we'll be adding 20 more songs to this one next week, so the grand final recap will be coming up. But this is it.
The Eurovision Song Contest 2021 on Radio International with JP. Speaking to the stars of Eurovision on Radio International with JP.
Now we have the big pleasure to welcome to Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience, a young gentleman from Switzerland with a great voice. He's just 22 and already takes the responsibility to represent Switzerland at the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 with the song Tout l'univers. Originating from Kosovo and Albania, our guest has taken part in various talent shows such as Albanians Got Talent, Die größte Schweizer Talente, and The Voice La Plus Belle Voix in France. And now he's adding the Eurovision Song Contest to that list. I'm joined now by Gjon from London and Salman from Germany to welcome to Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience from Switzerland, Gjon's Tears. Hello, Gjon. Nice to meet you.
Hello, GB. I'm super happy to meet you too. And hello to Gjon and hello to Salman.
Super. Wow. It's so good to have you on the show. And with just 22 years of age, you are representing Switzerland at the Eurovision Song Contest this year with the fantastic Tout l'univers. And many people love that song. But how do you feel about having that diplomatic task of being the Swiss musical ambassador to Eurovision this year?
God. I'm feeling really, I'm super happy to represent Switzerland because I'm like, for long I didn't know really from where I was from, because when I was younger, students, classmates always asked me, where are you from? Because your name is definitely not a Swiss name. So, and when I was in Albania and Kosovo, I wasn't really feeling from that place, because of course it's different life conditions, it's different for everything with education and everything, so I wasn't really feeling from anywhere. So I really understood it late that I am a puzzle, and I'm so happy to be a puzzle and having some pieces from Albania, from Kosovo, from Switzerland, and I'm happy that I'm representing Switzerland because I really think that it's actually a country that has a lot of puzzles people like me. And so I'm proud to be part first of Eurovision because, of course, if it wasn't with Switzerland, I'm still super happy to be part of Eurovision. But of course, there is a little other dimension because I'm representing Switzerland. Because as I said, for me, it's special to represent this country in which I was born and raised. And So I'm happy.
Now, you are pretty high in the betting odds when we look on the betting tables online to win Eurovision this year, as well as you're leading the fan club polls, the OGAE fan clubs selection or votings, which are going on now. Are you aware of this fact? And knowing this, do you feel pressured?
I'm feeling really proud of that. I'm super proud that people like me and like my song because that's why I'm making music. If I wanted to make music for myself, I'm just will play my piano in my room and not trying to bother anyone else. But I want to make people. I want to touch people. I want to move them, to not leave them, to make them different, and to maybe create something in them. So that's why it's really important for me to have that support and to have that concrete support, especially because. In a show as Eurovision, you have 200 million of people who are watching you on TV, but what does it mean, 200 million? Are you in an occasion, can you see in any occasion 200 million people in front of you? I don't think so. So, so because it's so hard to imagine, you have that, it's always cool to have that concrete validation. I don't know how to say that, but that concrete feedback from people. But it's not something that made me think like, now I'm ready for Eurovision. It's super easy. No, I'm not like this. I'm really down to earth, and I'm still really working a lot. And I hope people will have a qualitative performance because that's the most important thing for me. That they will be touched by my music, but also to have something with a certain quality.
Well, I'll tell you, when we have also weekend radio shows called the Eurovision Lockdown to the UK, and people have been requesting your song, and they just said, I'm getting goosebumps, I get tears in my eyes by listening to you, which is really touching the people, this song. It's amazing. Congratulations on that fantastic entry. But now over to London and Gjon.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Your stage name, Gjon's Tears, I think is pretty cool as a stage name. How did you decide on it? And what's the story behind you choosing Gjon's Tears as your artist or stage name?
So when I was 8 years old, I think I wanted to find my passion in life, my hobby. So I had crazy people in my classes making crazy things. Like I remember one of my classmates was doing scuba diving at 8 years. So I was like, what? Why I'm doing nothing? I have to choose something. And so I tried a lot of things. Actually, I tried ice skating, I tried football, I tried karate. But the thing in which I really had like something special was the piano, because I also was a lot in love with the discipline of the classical music with or Baroque music like Bach, like Mozart and Beethoven. That was my little triangle. And on top Bach, because I always found like his music always scared me, and because it was really mystical, and I liked the fact that I was disturbing by that music, and that's for me the most important thing, to be touched by the music. And also when my grandfather came for vacation, he asked me to sing his favorite song. It was Can't Help Falling in Love from Elvis Presley. And so I sang him that song that I tried to learn it just to listen to it, because it's an English song, and at 8 years old I just couldn't speak English, so I just tried to learn that song, and actually he cried. And in my education, we how can I say that? In my education, we are really like we don't show our emotions, and we have to stay strong. And so to see my grandfather crying, I mean, for me it was a really important thing and a symbolic thing for me, because I really thought that I was a superhero at that moment. I was like, yeah, I can make people cry, so let's continue that. And I was young, so I wanted to have that thing in my stage name. And also because my grandfather always told me, I know you will be someone really famous once, but I will not be here to see you. And actually I developed a big impatience to make things really fast, so he can be here to see all of that. And now, I mean, he's still here, and he can see clearly that I'm in Eurovision, and he can be proud of himself, because without him, I wouldn't make music.
And then with an age of around 12, you already started competing at music competitions. So how did it come up? How did you feel about this? And at this time, did you have any musical idols, like any superstar who you were aiming for?
So after that moment with my grandfather, he told me, next year I will find you a show. He has no link. He had no link with TV or anything like this, but he told me, I will do it step by step. So step by step, he arrived, and he finally found something in Albania, because he's from Albania. And so I arrived in a show, like just to sing one song. And actually 1 year after that, so I started really earlier. I mean, I started to make TV shows at 9 or 10 years old. Actually 1 year after that, Albanians Got Talent said that they wanted to make a season of that, the first season of their show. And so they asked me, because they saw me in that other show, they asked me to do Albanians Got Talent. I finished at the 3rd place, singing just French songs. And then, so that's why France saw me on that show, and they told me to come to France too. And I said, okay, let's try. And then I did the same with Switzerland. They called me, and I said, okay, let's try. And then I received other proposition for other shows, and also like a proposition to sign in a label. And I said no. I had fun. It was cool. I just had that experience, and it was really cool. But now I just want to focus on my studies, and I want to have a normal life like every kid. And I'm happy that I had my parents around me to say, yeah, you're right, let's go. Just because, of course, when I'm making all of this show, I'm losing time at school. So it's important to have an education. So I wanted to have that education. And so I went back. I stopped everything at around 13 years old. I took time. Also, at that time, I was just listening to my grandfather. So he was like, listen to Celine Dion, listen to Whitney Houston, because you have a higher voice and you need to know who are the best singers ever. And so I always tried to reproduce what they were doing, but I never tried to make my own music. So at 13 years old, I said, okay, now I sing. I just like open my mouth. Now I just have to shut up and to listen to music and to understand it. And I think that's what makes the artist. It's not the way he expresses, it's the way he takes. So for me, it's more important to listen than to sing, because otherwise, if you don't listen, what you will sing wouldn't be interesting. So I started to sing every kind of music, and also especially the type of music I didn't like Why? Because I just wanted to understand what are those interesting for some people. And for example, I didn't really like a lot of metal music, and now I can listen metal music without any trouble. I like it, and it's the same for a lot of style. I mean, at 13 years old, I said, okay, now I'm going to start conservatorium so I can learn classical music, how to sing to the classical way, and then I started to sing in a choir, so I know also how it is to sound with church music, how to sound with Albanian music, with my roots. I tried everything, so I had my palette, my color, my palette of color would be complete with a lot of color, than just try to focus on one and to make it bigger. I just wanted to do that. I wanted to have a little piece of everything, so I would be a bigger puzzle. And that's so my idols first were Bach, then Grace Jones came to my life.
Wow.
And then David Bowie, then Nina Hagen, Klaus Nomi. I mean, all of those artists who tried to do things different than the others, and at the beginning they were just like receiving tomato, and after just believing in themselves, they finally are now superstars, or they are like legends or icons, and that's what I love. I mean, people who wants to transform others people, and that's the biggest. I mean, that's the most inspiration I have. It's from people who dare, and sometimes who completely fall, but sometimes when they are shining much more than anyone, because you saw also the steps down. You know what I mean?
So you've already mentioned that you took part in Albanian's Got Talent. So why did you decide to enter this competition, and what did you learn from being on this competition at such a young age?
It's an interesting question, because I'm receiving a lot of people or more parents like that are asking me, do you advise me to sign my kid into this show, or to apply my kid into those shows? And I'm always almost saying no, because I think today it's not the same as 10 years ago. 10 years ago I was really naive first, and I think I wasn't really mentally strong, but what makes it different was the social medias, and I was I'm so happy that I really took it not seriously. I mean, I always played. I always was like, let's try to make something, let's sing. And I really couldn't realize what was happening. I really realized it when I finished at the third place. And then when I went out, every 20 meters, they were stopping me and making pictures with me. So I really realized at that moment that I had an impact to the people. But when you are looking at the camera, I mean, you're just looking at a camera. That's all. You don't see anyone, just the camera guy. So I couldn't imagine that I touched so much people at that age, and so I'm happy that I had that kind of way. I mean, that naivety, and for me it was that's why I'm happy to have done that at that age and at that time. But now it's different. It looks like those contests has become really, really important for people, and especially also for kids, with the Voice Kids and those things that didn't exist at that time. And now I'm seeing also, because I'm speaking with the Voice production, and sometimes I speak with the production, and they are always telling me, the kids are so cool, but the parents, that are the biggest problem, because they want sometimes really to have a celebrity at home, really to push their kids, but too much. And I think that's something that was a bit different before. I'm not saying that everything before was perfect and it was a happy word, but I'm just saying that now the way that we see those contests, it's taking too seriously. That it's just I'm happy to have done that before, and it made me learn. It taught me that I got.
Gjon, you are from Albania. Do you speak the language from Albania, as well as singing in that language as well?
Yeah, completely.
Wow.
I speak that language, and I also like to sing in that language, because not especially my song, but I like to sing some Albanian song, because there are some there are some really beautiful songs.
You speak German, you speak French, you sing Albanian, you speak Albanian. Multi-talent, fantastic. But now...
I'm trying.
Yeah. Switzerland usually has the national final show, the große Entscheidungsshow with Sven Epinay. I've been a few times to this fantastic national final, but it wasn't the case in 2020 and 2021 because you were directly selected to represent Switzerland at Eurovision in 2020. And how was the selection process for you as artist, and how did you react when you found out you are going to be the one representing Switzerland?
So when we composed Répondez-moi, I wasn't so sure that I wanted to make Eurovision because it was just after The Voice. So I was like, I'm not sure if I want to do another TV shows after a TV show, you know. And then I really realized what was Eurovision because I wasn't so informed. And I was like, okay, it's just a crazy opportunity and there's no bigger opportunity than this one. And I was like, okay, let's apply the song. I applied the song 1 hour before the deadline. I was really late to apply the song, but still. And so I finally applied the song, and I couldn't believe, because for me, you know, when I applied the song, I knew that I wouldn't be chosen because I was like, it's a French song. It's been like 10 years that they didn't choose a French song. And I was like, it's so different than the other years. I mean, it's not an up-tempo song. It's not like, you know, so I was... I really did it just because I really felt Répondez-moi. And also when you apply, you have to accept that maybe they can take your song, but or just you as an artist and singing another song. So that's why I was also terrified because I didn't want to sing someone else's song and I didn't want someone else to sing my song. You know?
Répondez-moi was already one of the big favorites to do really well last year in 2020, and we know the contest was cancelled. But how difficult was it to top Répondez-moi? How many songs or how did you go about selecting then Tout l'univers?
Actually, I was super stressed because when I had to come back, I was really hesitating if I had to come back because I really wanted to come back. Because for me, I didn't leave the Eurovision experience because everything was cancelled. And for me, releasing a song and releasing a video, it's like just the normal process of every artist. So for me, I didn't really leave the Eurovision experience. So that's why I wanted to come back. But I said, I want to come back. And also my delegation called me and told me, we want you. I said, okay, I want to come back just if I can, again, compose my song. I want that song to be mine. And they told me, yeah, of course, we want that too, because we liked Répondez-moi and we hope we believe in you. So I said, okay, perfect. So I came back, but then the process was different because of course we knew that it was me, but then we had to find another song because of the rules. It was quite hard, honestly, because there was that pressure of the fact that I was really high in the expectations of people and also in the bookmakers. I mean, they really wanted there were a lot of people believing that I was about to win, so I was super happy, but at the same time, of course, it was a lot of pressure. But I didn't feel that at all when we started the creating process. I really started to have a lot of fears and to be really scared 2 weeks before the releasing, because I was like, okay, so it means like in 2 weeks people will listen to my new song, will they like that song? And I just believed that people are really touched by authenticity. And I thought that if I'm staying authentic, because for me that's my most important value, it's to be sincere. I just thought that just by staying sincere, people will love my music. And I'm so happy because actually they loved it too. And that's cool.
2020.
Pourquoi la pluie et les nuages aussi, et les nuages aussi? Pourquoi le soir tu t'endors dans mon lit, tu t'endors dans mon lit? Ah, pourquoi on dort si loin de la famille, dans un autre pays? Ah, pourquoi la mort vient après la vie, vient après la vie? Je t'appelle en couche, répondez-moi. Ah, 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 jamais s'arrêter. Pourquoi on prie? Chacun de son côté, chacun de son côté. Ah, pourquoi je suis ici étranger, là-bas étranger? Ah, pourquoi mon fils grandira sans été, grandira sans été? Je donne ma langue au chat, répondez.
Speaking to the stars of Eurovision on Radio International with JP.
We were very much disappointed when we got the news that Eurovision 2020 is going to be cancelled. Can you tell us something about the moment when you got to know it? How did you feel about it?
I wasn't really understanding because like for me, like there were several possibilities to make it still. But then I think I really understood that when I was in front of my TV eating a pizza in my pajamas, and I was like, I shouldn't be here. I should be on the other side of the screen. So I was really frustrated. Then when I saw the Eurovision Spotlight show, I was like, why? It's really sad that it didn't happen. But then, as I said, when my delegation called me, I was really motivated to go because I had that feeling that I didn't go till the end of the process. So I really wanted to finish that and to go to the end of the process and to leave that whole experience. Because for me, Eurovision, as I said, it's those 4 hours of shows with fireworks, with lights, with camera, with crazy things, and not just releasing a song and a video.
Tout l'univers was originally a song in English. I believe the title was Ground Zero, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
What made you decide to change the language from English to French? And since you wrote it and were part of the songwriting team, what inspired you to write Tout l'univers? Was it written especially for Eurovision, or was it something you just wanted to write and then you said, oh, this is a good song, let's send it?
So we composed that song. It was the first song of the first writing camp we did. So and I worked with Walter Hardy and Nina Sempermans, and so we were 3 of us. that was the first time we meet each other. So I was really happy. But before that, I sent them a lot of references and stuff so they can understand me more who I am. And so it really happened really fast. And we wrote the song in English because Nina said Ground Zero, and I was like, what does that mean? I don't know what it means. And she said Ground Zero, and she explained that, and I was like, that's crazy, we don't have that word in French, we don't have that expression. And I loved the signification of that because it means that it's the center of an explosion, of an atomic explosion at the beginning. But then with the 11th of September 2001, the signification of that word changed a bit, and it became again the center of an explosion, but not just atomic. And but I like the fact that it was a cruel expression, and I see it beautifully. I mean, in the way that there is that Ground Zero, it means we go back to nothing, and that has something really negative, and at the same time I found it something really positive, because it means when you have when you go back to nothing, then you can rebuild. And then I thought I really want to describe that feeling in that song, and that's what we did. We did when I say laissez le vent qui frôle sa main sur mon épaule, it's let the wind of that explosion. When you have that atomic explosion, you have and it's like that effect that it's arriving against me, and I have two possibilities: to give up or just to fight. And what I liked, it's also the fact that it's a metaphor, and so explosion in your life could be a death or a breakup. So you can really, how will you build after those explosions? You know, you have again those two possibilities: you can give up or just fight to rebuild it, and to rebuild it better. And that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to speak about that feeling that you have when everything is explode. And in French, we have that expression. You say, I want to see further. So I want to project myself. I want to be optimistic. And so I wanted to see as far as the whole universe, because I don't think I can see further than the whole universe. And so I wanted to say with that song that even if we have the feeling sometimes that everything is destroyed and we are always reconstructing and we are always expecting another destruction to happen again, still it will be never the same destruction, and it will be never the same reconstruction. So I wanted to have that cycle of life concretely in the song. I also wanted to have the impact point also visually with that car crash, and I have a special connection to that car crash because actually I was with my best friend on the road on the highway, and my car started to burn. So we thought that we were about to die, and so I'm really happy that we are both safe and healthy. So I think that it's something that happens too much. Like, for example, car crash. I think it's the first cause of disease here. I don't know if it's the case for every country, but I know that it's for a lot of country, car crash are the first cause of death. So for me, that's why I wanted to speak about that, because for me it's still too much. And also I wanted to have more visually than in the lyric, the fact that energy and that power you find inside of you to fight those explosions are inside of you. I mean, that's the only thing. And that's why I'm in the video, I'm taking myself out from that car. It's just because I wanted to say, you are the only person who can give you that power to yourself. I mean, nobody can believe more in yourself than you, and also nobody can be more powerful for you than you know? So that's the three messages and the three main themes that I wanted to have in my song and in my visual video.
I also wanted to speak about the video shoot, because it's like really a fantastic video. Can you tell something about, like, in Corona times, how difficult it was to film it, and about the scenery where you did it?
So actually I spoke with that French director. I trust my label to choose that. They gave me two possibilities, and I chose that person, David Tomaszewski, who did my video. And actually it was a crazy experience, because of course we had all those things to take care of, but that was quite honestly easy, because everyone was wearing masks and tested, and it was one day of shooting, so it was super quick. And also I was the only one on the video. There's just that moment that I'm taking someone out of the car, but otherwise I'm alone. So it was quite easy to film it during the Corona time. And the thing is that the only thing that happens, the problem we got, is that we lost 70% of the images 1 week before the releasing, but we were informed just 3 days before the releasing. So it was really quite hard to handle with it, because I was really scared. For me, the video was really important, so I'm still really happy that people like the video. But still, I have like a bitter feeling, because for me, it wasn't the video that it was sold. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the original project. So I'm happy that people like the song and like the video, and I'm happy because the only thing that I'm happy is about that. It's just like it doesn't it serves the song, and it's not like something that has no connection with the song and it makes the song better. Staging
at Eurovision is really important. Can you share any secrets with us about how Tout l'univers will look on stage in Rotterdam?
Of course, I cannot say really so much things, but I think it has a certain connection with what I wanted to do last year, because I was also frustrated not to have that possibility to show what we had prepared. But it's not going to be, of course, the same. But there has some connection. Similarities, of course, between both performances. But unfortunately, you didn't have seen me last year, so you cannot really know what I'm talking about. but yeah, I cannot really say. I just will say that I'm going to try something that I'm not so usually trying. I mean, I love risks, so that's why I'm going to try something. But don't have too much expectation. That's why I don't like to say a lot of things.
So no bungee jumping in the Ahoy of Rotterdam.
Why not?
This year's Eurovision is a different one for many reasons, including the recording of a live on-tape performance. Have you recorded yours? And if so, what would you improve on for the performance in Rotterdam?
Oh my God, everything. I recorded that live on tape on February, and you have to remember that it's like an exam. It's like if I ask you if I have an exam now in 3 weeks, and I make you like the exam in February. Between February and now, you will certainly be better now than before. I mean, it's like because you have more time to work, and that's what it happened. I mean, I had really much more time to rehearse again, more to rehearse, especially the voice, and so I'm a bit frustrated, because if the live on tape, it's going to be the version that is going to be broadcast, I will be so sad, because that doesn't represent me in the way that I wasn't ready for me. And also, I mean, I'm not saying that just because I'm a perfectionist and I like that everything to be at his place, but it's just like, for me, it wasn't like what I could show from me. I mean, I know I could do better, and that's why I really want to go to Rotterdam.
Well, you know what they should do? You should actually be having the Eurovision Song Contest live, with you guys all performing live, and then play back the show with the the taped ones.
I really don't think so. I'm gonna pray for to them so they can clear the videos after the Eurovision, because I don't want to see that video somewhere.
No worries. I'm not going to give them the idea, so okay.
Yeah, now, it's like I saw a rehearsal from Loreen on YouTube, and for example, she's falling from stage, and I was like, oh, that's horrible. And how can you find this in YouTube? I was like, no, it shouldn't be there.
Well,
so I'm frustrating. I hope I will not fall.
With your participation at Eurovision, you are becoming a family member of the Eurovision family. But when did the Eurovision Song Contest come into your life first? Like, what were your first memories? And do you have any favorite Swiss entries and also favorite international Eurovision entries?
So I discovered Eurovision in 2011 when I was watching TV. I was looking for a movie with my brother and my cousin, and we arrived at the Swiss channel, and they broadcast the TV show, and of course, and I saw Aurela Gace, and she's a pretty famous singer in Albania, so I was so surprised to see her in that show, and I was like, oh, what is this show? And then even my brother and my cousin that aren't so much into music, they watched it till the end, and they liked it a lot, because you have all those colors, lights, fireworks, as I said, like crazy things, and so it was it was super surprising to see that show. And I remember that after that, when I went to bed, I dreamt that I was winning Eurovision, and that I have the trophy in my hand, but I didn't know what to say, so everyone was like, woo. So I'm super that's my first souvenir from Eurovision. And then I didn't really follow every year, but it happens sometimes that, for example, I discovered one artist, like for example Salvador Sobral, because I was on vacation, and I'm like, oh, what's this song? And then I'm looking for that song on YouTube, and I'm seeing like it's from Eurovision, so I'm then following the other contestant of that year, and I'm like, okay, what did they do? And I really tried. Then Eurovision interests me a lot, and also now that I'm part in, like it's crazy because I'm really like having like crazy stories that I didn't know, like crazy facts, you know, and I love the fun facts. Like for example, when France Gall won for France, then she went directly to the phone to call her boyfriend. At that time, it was Claude François, and he was really, really famous. I mean, he sings the French version of My Way, the first version, then that Polenka and Frank Sinatra sang after him. So he was really, really famous. And when he took up the phone, he told her, "Okay, you probably won Eurovision, but you lost my heart." And so when she go back on stage to take her award, she's crying, but she's not crying from happiness. She's crying because she just break up, and in a horrible way. And then when she went back to France, she had to make a conference. She canceled everything, and she slept in, you know, the little thing in front of your door when you clean your shoes.
The doormat.
Yeah. And she slept here for the night because he didn't want to open the door to her. And he wasn't a big artist, but he has a really big ego. And and you know, like those kind of stories, like that's amazing. And I have so many others. So I mean, I love those things.
Well,
and now I think I can say that I'm taking part of that Eurovision.
Wow.
You were asking also what's my favorite entry. I think I cannot say really for my favorite Swiss entry. I think it's. I mean, I should mention Celine Dion. Otherwise, you know, I'm not representing Switzerland. So I mean, so I should say her. And also, I mean, my favorite Eurovision winner, I think it's gonna be Frida Bocara for France from 1969, because I really think that song is a beautiful song. Yeah.
Wow. Un jour et un enfant, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Beautiful song, beautiful.
Postcards are a tradition at Eurovision. It has been already done, or is it like...
Yeah, it has been already done, and actually it has been done at the same moment as the live on tape, so it's been February, so maybe you will see me with longer hair. And, no, I mean, it was a cool concept. I think they wanted to have us not like just in our town, but like really with green screen, and they're gonna make work on it. I think I'm gonna be as surprised as you. I don't know what they prepare exactly.
Wow. The Eurovision Song Contest is very often a jumping board for young artists to launch an international career. We saw that with Celine Dion, who won for Switzerland in 1988. You mentioned her already. And now she's a big superstar. Now, are you aiming at an international career and become a superstar after Eurovision?
I mean, I would love to make an international career. That would be an honor. But then... yeah, of course. I mean, I hope I will have the same destiny as Celine Dion, because she became. I mean, now she's just the queen, and like she's just amazing. Everything she did it perfectly well. And I hope one day I will have that possibility to be as big as her.
Mm-hmm. And what are your future plans right after Eurovision? What are you going to be working on? You plan like concerts, an album, performances on television, so that the fans can follow you a bit.
Yeah, so I'm planning to make an album, of course. So I signed in a French label. So I'm super excited. I hope I can do that album, because I have some songs, but I hope I can record and everything and finish everything to the end of this year. But otherwise, it's going to be next year for sure. It's just like if it's next year, I think it's going to be between January and June. But I would love to make that this year, so people can also see my work. I mean, just not waiting and forgetting me, but also like really seeing my work.
So soon you are heading to Rotterdam for the Eurovision Song Contest. Did you have ever the chance to visit the Netherlands before? And besides the standard work like rehearsing and also meeting the media, do you have any personal plans while in Rotterdam, like things you want to see?
The only plan I have is to stay in my room, because I will not be allowed, I think, to go out of my room or something like this, just for rehearsals. And I mean, it's really super strict. They told me that it's going to be really, really, really strict. So I think they plan some things, like, for example, to have a piano in the hotel so everyone can play. but still I don't know if I will take part of those. I would love to take part of those, of course, because I want to meet the others, but also I maybe will take time for myself, because I know also we have press conferences and those things, so maybe I will be sorry for the whole Greenpeace person, but I will probably be in my bath or something like this, in the bathtub or something like this, I know it's bad to use so much water, but I think I will need it mentally.
Well, there's plenty of water here in the Netherlands. No worries about that.
I think it's forgiven for this if you are working hard.
Nice.
And how did you spend your time during the Corona pandemic? I mean, besides singing, do you have any other hobbies, what you were doing, or how do you spend your free time?
It was quite hard, I think, to spend my time during Corona time, because the thing is, I like to meet people, I like to see people, I like to live my life, so I like to go to the cinema, to the restaurant, to the bars. I like to meet people, as I said. So for me it was, and also because people are my biggest inspiration. So it's always hard, when you have to stay at home. But I think I'm still feeling really lucky, because with this Eurovision I had the possibility to stay active and to have things a project to defend. And so I'm super happy that I have this opportunity. But of course, for me, I'm always saying now, music is not my passion. I'm making music passionately, but now it became my work. And it's not the same, because, when it's just singing in a bar or singing somewhere, it's super cool, it's nice. But when you realize that there is also economy stuff, law stuff, administration stuff, then it's music in the music business and the music industry, it's different. So I still love music, of course, but it's just I love to make music. So my biggest passion now is cinema. I love movies.
Nice.
That's my biggest passion. And actually I have a book just next to me where I just write for example the directors and the movie I watch from them, so I remember, because I have a really bad memory, so I can really I can see them and
wow.
Yeah. And so I know what movies I watch, and that became that the passion came from a movie I watched from Michael Haneke, which is La Pianiste with Isabelle Huppert and Benoît Magimel, and I love that movie that movie is so weird and disturbed me so much. It's like Bach. It's the same. I had this feeling it made me so scared in the way that I could imagine in a second myself at her place, and I was like, no, never. I hope never, because it's a story about a woman who is still trying to make her career as a classical pianist, and she's still living at home. She's maybe 15 years old. She's still living with her mother, and you can clearly see that she didn't have that possibility to love someone. And you can clearly see that innocence. And that's, for me, the two biggest values are innocence and sincerity. Sincerity, because authenticity, for me, that's the most important thing. And innocence, I'm always touched by the people that want to learn. And, because when we are becoming adults, it's always at 17 years old, 364 days, you are stupid, you don't know anything. And then when you are turned 18, then you know everything, you are an adult. You are you can't learn anything, because you are an adult and you are responsible and you know everything. So I always hate that thing, and I love when people want all the time to learn things, and that's why also I wanted first to be a teacher. And I wanted to see the stars of those students who are oh, I learned something, that's crazy. I have more knowledge than yesterday, and that's a process that it's really important, and we can learn. We are learning all the time things. So so that was really important. That movie was really important for me, especially because you can clearly see that it's really sad that she didn't have the time to fall in love with someone. So she's going to some cinema X to see how things are doing, how do we do things. and that's. I mean, it's so sad because then a student fell in love with her, but she fell in love with him, but in a weird way that he doesn't understand, because of course you can see that she never fell in love. So she's trying her best, but it's really understanding bad all the time. So at the end, she looks like a psychopath, and she just, sorry for the spoilers, but at the end, she's just killing herself. And you have that, it touched me so much because I was just, imagine I'm going from home, I'm super happy, I'm trying to make a career, everything is working. And then at 40 years old or 50 years old, for example, when everyone maybe will not like me as much as now, then, I mean, they will maybe leave me alone, and then I will have to come back at home with my mother. I mean, I imagined that, and I was like, oh no, please, no, never. And at the same time, I was so touched by that, because, I mean, it can happen to everyone, and that touched me really deeply, and that disturbed me so much that I wanted to see other movies. And then I became I'm watching a movie every night.
Wow.
Now my director of the moment is Gus Van Sant. I don't know if you know him, but he has done, for example, Will Hunting with Matt Damon, Robin Williams, So I'm watching every day a movie, and also because I received so many promises in the music industry, so I don't really believe anymore in the words, and more I started to believe more to images, and so that's why I like also to work on aesthetic also for staging.
It actually links me to a question. You have done a fantastic video for Tout l'Univers. You're watching movies. Would you like to also become an actor in movies?
Oh, that would be an honor. Of course. Of course, I would love to be an actor, because I love that thing, to be on stage, but differently. I also did theater, and I loved that. And when you try to play a character, it's always like you're taking risks, and it's a way to express yourself differently. And I would love to try that experience, of course. Oh my God, I cannot imagine that. No. I would love that with pleasure. And I have some friends of mine that are in movies or are working in the cinema, and that's crazy because I can see them shining, and I'm like, oh, I hope one day I will shine like them. And at the same time, I'm like, maybe I'm just good making music. But we never know.
Wow, Gjon, thank you very much. I'm passing on for the final question to Gjon now.
Do you have a message for the listeners of our show, of Radio International?
To Radio International, thank you for your listening. Also, thank you for your support. I'm so happy that UK supports me a lot. And I'm so happy, and I hope once I will be in your radio. I mean, in UK, maybe we can have then once in a meeting, or in Malta, or in Gibraltar.
Yeah, well, why not? Of course. And we wish you all the best of luck for yourself, for the career, for Rotterdam at Eurovision Song Contest. Stay healthy, and it's been one of the fantastic interviews we've done. Really good. Thank you so much.
I would have loved to speak with you for hours, and I know that we have that possibility together because there is like a dialogue, a really interesting conversation. But of course, as I said, I'm gonna die if I do that, and the people who are like waiting are going to kill me. You will really like my performance, and that's all. I think just enjoy the Eurovision experience too. I'm sure that you're doing this for years, but enjoy it, and I hope it will be a special year for you.
Switzerland.
Hi everyone, this is John Steers from Switzerland, and you're listening to Radio International with JP, and I hope you will like my song Tout l'Univers.
2021.
Well, quickly to say thank you very much for your company over the last 4 hours of Radio International. We'll be back on Saturday for the repeat of this particular show on Castle Point FM, and that'll be at 1 p.m. Central European Time. Sunday, you're going to get part 2 of our coverage from the Eurovision Song Contest 2021. It's been JP. Thank you very much to all the artists that came on to the show today, as well as to David Mann for the Eurovision Cover Spot and the Birthday File, to Nathan for the news, and Chris for the Eurovision Spotlight. Have a fantastic rest of the week, and I'll see you on the weekend. Bye-bye.
cet amour qui nous tord. Je vois derrière nous des morceaux de toi. Et ce que la douleur a fait de moi. Tout l'univers, notre cœur sous la terre. Au milieu des failles, sous ces glaces, se trouvait un point de pacte. Sans toi, derrière mes paupières, trouver de l'air. Going home.